that's actually making magic item for the various Arcanites?
Yeah, probably.
Whilst he does his paperwork, I've clicked the button.
Yay!
Fair enough.
Yeah, we'll just let him keep on typing for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that, like 4 down,
7
12
across.
to go?
Yeah, we're doing crosswords now. That's the paperwork.
Just doing the cross.
All right.
You might want.
Are we all good to go?
Yeah, we're both alive.
Yeah.
Can you hear Chris fine on your end, Jamie?
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
I can
Probably
hear
you.
him.
You can
Yeah, I
turn me
can
up
hear
a little bit on your end.
Yeah, after he adjusted his mic when he came into the chat originally, he's been fine for me.
All right. Say something now.
All right. This is Chris, your DM. We're doing a quick mic check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. How's this?
Yep, it's coming through fine on my end.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just on yours, Bob.
I tweaked him a little bit on Discord because I had him down a bit. But apparently, he was speaking quite heavily when a while ago, so I changed it down, and I've not noticed that his mic's got a bit better and not as loud.
Just learning how to actually position my mic properly, and also
that.
I'm using the new one. All right, great. Welcome back to another episode of Alterra, the Shattered Alt Sphere, where our party of adventurers have stumbled into a new timeline of a world brimming with adventure, factions, and death. Lots and lots of death.
And
Far too much death. And loot. So much loot.
So much loot.
Oh, dear God. So what have I done? Well, it's okay, because as much as the players are getting loot, don't you worry, those enemies are also getting just the same amount of loot.
Yay! That means we can steal it from them.
Oh God, I'm with giving enemies loot.
True.
I'm not a kleptomaniac at all. Don't worry about it, everybody.
Never mind a bag of holding. You're gonna need a mansion of holding.
Yeah, I know we've got Lehman's tiny hut with you, Ben, don't we? But you gotta have to work on the mansion next.
Gonna need a demi plane.
Yeah, don't get
loot.
that until like 7th level.
Yeah.
Demi plane of holding. Yes, welcome back to episode 6, I believe.
Yep.
Escape from Death Tower. Will they actually escape? I don't know, because I assumed they would get to the end point last session with Cross and Bone being the title, but really I should have just called it Cross and Bones Loot.
Yes.
But yes, we'll do a quick round check on voices, the names, the characters. Let's go by the order of roll 20. Wolfie, if you want to do a quick introduction, just remind people who you are.
Howdy, I am Wolfie. I am the totally not kleptomaniac, totally not food obsessed barbarian character Alvina Eleanor, the war dancer, who has so far figured out that rubber gloves are a thing which exists in the universe, and she has a pair because why not, right? Destiny decreed it.
Some of these statements may be true, some of these might be completely falsified.
You nat 20 the fate roll as well.
Boom! Fate decreed.
Destiny was like, yeah, of course. Why are you even asking? You've had this all along. It was practically written to your backstory. All right, that is Wolfie. Dr. Zormir Escar.
Hi, I'm Dragon Bob. I play Dr. Zormir, the artificer, who is also damn it.
Oh.
The cop. No, I was thinking. I was going more for.
Damn it, right.
I was going for race, and my brain just went, "No, you don't know what you are."
You don't know your own species. How dare you?
It's because I'm a shifter. I just transform. I don't know where I'm human or animal. What am I? There, I remember.
That is the question.
You're a Furby.
I'm also locked in a debate with a
Tentacle monster.
tentacle monster called right now.
He is a tentacle monster. Yeah. Fantastic. Fuck you.
I'm Ben. I'm playing Fuck You, who is a goblin bard who doesn't seem to get hurt at any time. And
You have
yeah,
a tiny fire friend.
yeah, I've now got a little fire friend who looks or seems very similar to Calcifer. Oh yeah, fuck you's also a bard as well, so he's
You're gonna
cutting
get-
words.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get a loot thrown at you because it specifically requires a bard to use, and I can't use it.
Mhm.
So you're gonna
Oh,
get
fair enough.
hurled at you.
Multi-class.
Don't forget your nice little thing that you learned at your last session that we don't know about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I confiscated the box because of it.
Oh yeah, you're an arsonist.
You're an arsonist.
Oh, yes.
remember?
Yes.
It's totally not a pyro.
Totally not a
To be
pyramid.
honest, I'd forgotten about that. So
So
There
did
we
I.
go.
I actually went. Oh, I was like, why did it say specifically Alvina has the box? Oh, that's why it specifically says on that piece of loot.
Maybe want to see a doctor about that.
Now, if you could just go to your D&D Beyond character sheet there and go down to traits, I'm going to need you to add the arsonist trait to your character sheet there. Thank you. Just it's an important role play opportunity,
Yep.
especially if you keep finding the other pieces.
Yeah, we will. I'm sure.
I mean, the only fire thing that I have at the moment is sod
Sod
off.
off. Yeah.
And the rest of the world is grateful for that fact.
Yeah.
And
They are.
and,
Sod off
and
is the best character.
his name is spelled SOHDORF.
Sodorf.
Sodorf.
Sort of.
Get off me land.
God, I'm actually going to have to create him a stat.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
want to be fed more.
Damn you!
Wait, he's just a little babby fire spirit right now. He needs to
Yeah.
be fed first.
Yeah, we're gonna turn him into a myrmidon, aren't we? We have the armor.
Yeah, we've got Myrmidon armor, so we're gonna
We're gonna feed.
feed him things.
We're gonna feed Sod off shit and then turn him into a myrmidon.
In order to actually get the character interactions back revved up, Gwent.
Hello, I'm JR. Play Gwent, half man, half horse. A centaur, basically.
Man, half horse, all badass.
He's half man and half horse, but the upper half is a horse and the lower half is a man.
Yeah, it's real messed up. Nobody likes to look at you.
You gotta love that
and-
you've just put yourself on the map in the best position for that as well right now.
You have actually, yeah. Now that horse isn't there anymore. He destroyed it because I think I shoved it through a door.
That you did.
A lot of things in
Aw.
there are
There you
damaged.
go. There-
Yeah, and I was trying to save everybody badly. I felt I hurt. Everything hurts still.
Hey, I saved you from getting roasted.
That is true, but not emotionally.
No, no.
Mhm.
And last but not least, Lou Grim.
I'm Neil, and I play Lou Grim, Tiefling Warlock, who worships Elder Control, but the rest of the party don't know that,
No, I just know you're
so
into
it's
some
all
weird,
good.
I just know you're into some weird cult shit, so I threw some cultist weird things at you, didn't I?
Yeah. Ironically, I've got all the celestial stuff.
And the Sonic stuff. I gave you the Sonic stuff.
Ah,
remember?
that's right.
The party
Well,
know that you are the resident weird guy to go to when weird things are happening, as you just seem to have knowledge of weird things. Quite a deep knowledge of weird things. It's suspicious, but you're far too useful to question it.
You're really useful.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, and I know a lot, and I don't know anything. So
And I'm Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM and voicing all of your NPCs, such as Drax, who is currently still questioning what Zormir wants to know. You get one free question of lore from this new world. Anything else he mentions will cost you extra. And unfortunately, you gave away all your bargaining chips when he read your entire mind.
Hmm.
So he's giving you this one question in exchange.
Yeah.
It's quite the scoundrel. While you're thinking of that, and I'll get that question in a moment, a quick reminder for the players. You received a bunch of items and loot that you should all hopefully have on your inventories, mostly just descriptive detail of them, as you have no idea how most of them work.
Yep.
If you do want to play around and experiment with them during downtime or something, do let me know which of the descriptive items you're using, because I have to cross-reference a list. And what exactly is you're doing. There might be dangerous consequences to what you're doing. For example, if you throw the spear, who knows if that shit will blow up? Who knows?
Yeah. I believe I actually was doing something, and I can't remember if you answered what it did or we said we'll get to it next session. 'Cause it was the totally not lightning phoenix feathers that I have.
Oh
I think
yes,
it was
that
this
was
session.
just to remind me that you have them as they actually have a reactive trigger rather than an active trigger like a lot of the other items. So they will react to something in your environment or a situation once it has occurred, and I will let you know the results of that. Actually, that's a good point to bring that up.
Yeah.
On my side screen, just to actually remind myself for when that comes up, because I'll no doubt forget. So if you see inconsistency in how that item works, it's not my fault. Blame my memory.
I get that.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of one of like the main NPCs in my world last week. I said the wrong name to the players. So
Ooh.
oh, yeah,
Like,
Bob, by the way,
no.
the name of the dragon princess, different name actually. It was close, but she has a lot of siblings, alright. I said one of the other siblings, which isn't the one that it was brilliant. So bear that in mind.
yeah. As well as that, you found 6 stone tubes with flint documentation inside, written in. It's actually, I think I changed it to
Terran.
Erin, the fire dialect of the primordial language,
Oh.
just to do with where these documents would have come from and the actual language they would have written it in.
Okay. I mean,
it's still written in. Yeah, it's still written in primordial. I just changed the dialect of what it was actually written in. But that doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure Gwent just has primordial language proficiency.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just means that in my notes I have to change which one it is essentially because I wrote Terran.
Yeah, so I changed that just because the source is primarily fire giants, and I wanted them to have fire based instead of stone giants. But yes, you have these 6 documents, and Gwent has given you a rough rundown of each of them. They are now documented and should be visible in the handout tab,
Yep.
each with their own little Iron Core document handout.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can you guys see that?
Yes, I'm showing them on stream now for the audience as well.
I don't think you can actually see 5.
You've missed 5 though.
Just...
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Yeah.
That's because 5 has something different in that you don't get to know about.
Okay. I was curious.
5 was a complaint letter. Okay.
Yeah.
I already sent these in the chat, but you can have a look over them at your own time. None of them are vitally important right now. They mostly pertain to just elements of the world, or at least this continent and the bigger world at large. Little hints of side activities and other things that might be useful to you if you want to follow up on them.
Just one thing.
Yes.
The time period AD, since Gwent's from here, are they recent or old?
Yes. So there's a couple extra pieces of information for Gwen, who actually has more historical context for this. So they are a couple years old. They're still pretty recent in the timeline of the cosmology. The timeline is literally dictated by after destruction, as the world continually goes through major epochs of eras. You're currently in the 7th era after 7 major catalysms in the year 41, month 4, and days 19 to I think it was 25 there. So this appears to be a week's worth of letters that was shipped out from Iron Core, which Gwent has spent some time on the continent, kind of getting to the grounds of it. You know that Iron Core, and I will show you the map once you actually get to the segment
To
I
the
planned to
tower.
reveal the map to you at, since I hadn't planned on a character already native to the land coming in so soon.
Sorry, Chris.
No, it's fine. You just have extra information, and you as a player won't get to see the map until you get to that segment, but your character does know of the details. Iron Core is the fire giant settlement and the outpost for the primordial chaos monarchy that rules a third of the cosmos, or slightly less than a third of the cosmos. There's a lot of wild space. And Infirm is one of the major kind of countries or regions inside the primal chaos. So when it says Infirm, they're going to what is essentially the capital of the fire plane, or the capital of the fire-dwelling denizens and the Prince of Fire
It's the
as the
grass keep.
essentially.
Yeah.
Relocated as the rings of the elemental planes were destroyed during the shattering and are now just scattered wildlands.
Yeah.
The primal princes and kings taking up new residence next to the primal chaos inlet.
Mhm.
But yeah, so this appears to be a bundle of letter that was shipped up from the fire giant outpost here on the continent, heading back home. But it looks like something must have happened to intercept it, as well, given the giant amount of scrap and debris all about, I don't think that ship ever left the continent.
Mhm.
Um, what was the other detail? So we did the years, the dates, the places. You can see there they've got titles of who they're going to in Infirm and where they're coming from Iron Core, with various names and such. I think that's everything you'd kind of recognize just from a glance. You don't recognize the names, although you might recognize if do you have proficiency of history? Gwent specifically.
If you're asking everybody, I do.
Yes, I do.
Just
No,
Gwent.
no, just Gwent, who's actually from this world.
We know the history of this world we've never been to before, and we've been like in for like a day.
We know the
But
history.
what a day.
I have an awakened mind, okay?
You have
Yes,
the
so do I. I've had my coffee today.
Good.
Go ahead and give me a history check, Gwent. You'll get some information from free just because it's public knowledge, but there's one or two other things you might be able to pick up from these letters as you're deciphering them.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
So you know that Duke Almix, this particularly relates to document 6, as the rest of the documents aren't as important to you. But document 6 kind of stands out in your mind. Duke Almix, you know, is the Fire Titan, one of the major figures and is one of the major underlings of the Imix Prince of Fire in the Royal Primordial Monarch. So you've got your 4 princes and of the Apocalypse, essentially, for those who've ever played that campaign. And you've got your King Evil, because the 5th element in Alterra is evil. Yep, and evil's damage type is acid, which is why there are 5 different dragon types. Gotta justify that acid damage somehow.
I get that.
So yeah, directly underneath Imix is the Fire Titan, Duke Almec, who is responsible essentially for the birth of all fire giants throughout the cosmos. He is the head honcho, as giants and dragons, while they can be birthed with difficulty and a lot of devouring of noids in order to grow big and strong, the first iteration was created. So this is essentially one of the noble families that are directly underneath the Fire Prince, and it looks like he's communicating with an 18, one of his younger children, Lieutenant General Firmix, who is, as you recall, one of the youngest of the kind of Fire Titan ruling class. Let's see, is 18 enough? You are aware that there's some rumors. 1 second.
Love that I now know how to raise my tiny dragon egg to become giant. I have to feed it people.
Yes, when there's apparently not a lot of noise in the place.
We'll find some people.
Yeah,
We'll just betray the
I mean-
resistance. It'll be fine.
and you can
Which-
free all the slaves.
You're gonna have to shift your alignment for that one.
I'm chaotic good.
Yeah,
You're good in a chaotic
It's
way
for the greater good.
for the greater good.
Yeah, it's for the greater good. My good.
Let's just shift you down to chaotic evil there.
Wouldn't be the first time I've hit chaotic evil like that.
Yeah, I'm just more worried you're gonna feed us to the damn thing.
No, you're my friend. You're my
Yeah,
friend.
you'll be the last ones to go in
Yeah.
when there's no other choice.
Yeah, it's when I'm 4 people like short of me reaching the max size of the dragon, then you'll be fed to him.
Hey, it's because of me you have that dragon.
Actually, I think I found the dragon eggs. I remember we were both looting them. I think
with my crowbar.
Yeah. I did break the crates open with my bare hands in a couple of cases as well.
No,
Remember?
but you never had a crowbar.
No, I've got brute strength. Yeah, because I took the Explorers pack. I'm surprised the Dungeoneers pack doesn't come with a crowbar, though. That's kind of surprising to me.
I mean, yeah, a bit, but
They want to make the Burglars pack better, to be honest.
you can't make it too heavy.
Yeah. Well, those weedy little sorcerers won't be able to hold it. I shouldn't say. Wizards. Let's go with wizards. Sorcerers can be pretty buff, potentially. Depending where they get
I
the
mean,
magic
if
from.
you're multi-classing, then
I mean, remember, dragon sorcerers actually get more health and things, so... Sorcerers aren't completely incapable of being a person.
Just so
to clarify
generous.
that point.
Just to say, they're shit, but they're not that shit.
They're situational.
They have sometimes,
the situation
in
is
fact,
often never.
they've sometimes at least tried to go to PE classes.
They've seen
They
it
didn't
from
always-
a distance.
They didn't always have a note that said that they didn't have to participate. That's the wizard's job. The sorcerers sometimes participated. I'm not at all giving shit because Bob's playing a sorcerer in my campaign.
And I'm a sorcerer armed with a fucking sword that keeps on fucking doing weird shit.
Hey, you had a great cup of hot chocolate and you're feeling amazing right now.
Yes, and I've also realized that, yes, you adding that 4 in my thing was probably more right than what I was doing, because I ended up with 11 when we should have, 9 meta magic, and then another, I got an extra 3 for the hot chocolate.
Yeah, the hot chocolate basically meant you didn't have to concentrate on maintaining your own form anymore, so you've got as much natural magic as you were supposed to have, essentially.
I have 12 natural magic instead
Yes,
of
we
11.
came to the
realization
conclusion it was 12 after you looked it up.
because I forgot we were starting at 9 at that point, and we were obviously if you gave me 3, I bad mathed.
Fair enough, yeah.
Which meant those stabbing in the gut that I was doing to those guys would have been even worse.
You one-shot them, man. You one-shot them each hit, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Chris is back.
As I was going to say, you remember or have heard rumors that Lord Firmix isn't exactly a well thought of member of the Fire Titan family. There's rumors saying that he's incompetent or that he always blunders any operation that he's put in charge of. He's kind of the black sheep or whimpering flame of the family.
He's the cool
in fact,
Ember.
and you even heard that they've kind of shipped him off somewhere in the outer reaches to an outpost so he can do less damage in the capital. And it looks like you found him. It looks like he's being positioned as the leader of the Iron Corps.
Well, guys, we know who Junior's going to go and collaborate with. Idiots together strong.
Well, true. Just a question: is there just in the tube? Is there like a little point of a toothpick? The little bit of the artifact?
Yeah.
There is not. There is nothing in the tube.
Not on the floor when it fell out.
I didn't smash
no,
it,
but also you have to remember this is written from a fire giant's perspective.
Yeah, so it's probably the size of a big ass sword or something. Okay.
It's a lot bigger than you think.
So when they say bundled with it, I don't think they mean actually in the tube, but in a crate or in a box or something that was going along with the shipment.
Okay, looking for something that looks fancy.
Would you tell us that we've got to look for something like that?
I don't think I have to tell you. You have to look for loot. That seems
No, I mean,
just a waste of words.
what we're specifically looking for, because they'll put priority on
Yeah,
it.
rather
thank
than
you.
like picking up saying, "Yeah, that's not good," and chucking it.
Throwing it and explodes.
Yeah.
all I can say is it's a fragment. That's the size of a point of a toothpick to a giant.
Giants, how big's a giant normally? That's what I'm just gonna be gauging. It's like 16 feet tall, something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So it'd be about a
Give or
foot.
take.
Looking for like a big red bar, essentially of metal or
Maybe
something.
a
like
foot, half a foot.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's be something we will know when we see it, probably.
Probably. And if we don't, we'll probably nick it anyway.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is coming from Subway. It's like it's either 6 inches or a foot long.
Eat fresh. Not sponsored.
Ah. Yet.
I don't want to be sponsored by Subway. They gave me food poisoning before.
While you guys are discussing all of that, Dr. Zermir, have you thought about what you want your question for Drax to be, just so I can check if I need to search for any additional information, depending on how deep this question is?
It's more knowing the different Arcanites from our world and this weird new vermilion crystal that has maybe some hints of Arcanite. It being
Okay.
a kind of Arcanite, I'm gonna question what kind of. I would be speaking to him about the sort of Arcanites of our world and saying, is this the Arcanite of your kind of world, and is there many of them? Is probably my question.
That's fair, sir. He'll give you some information, but go ahead and give me a persuasion check to see if he throws in a little bit extra.
How nice is he feeling?
Now, how nice is he feeling? How much does he like you, and how much is he feeling sorry for the fact that he took all this knowledge that was probably incredibly valuable to him, and is giving you pennies for it?
14.
Guide.
14.
Oh, guidance.
All right, guidance is what, a 4?
Default.
D4.
Yeah.
Default.
16?
16.
16.
And wait.
You're going to flash yourself.
Yep.
I don't know if Drax is quite into that.
He might be feeling generous.
It was more of using Flash to add a 3. Think of something witty in comparison or something, just to get him into a sort of minds of sort of similar mindset, meeting together and discussing the differences, sort of trying to engage him in an intellectual conversation here.
All right, now here comes the difficult part. Me remembering what Drax's voice was like. I wanted it to be a
Pretty
bit
sure it was like
strange.
Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, fascinating. I wanted it to be a bit more aberrational, a bit more slightly disturbing and chilling.
I believe that
A
was
bit
it.
of a
Because
mad scientist voice.
I believe it was like that because I think everyone was laughing because Alvina was just like, "Hi, how you doing?" To this like very
You were the
Oh,
first person he
welcome.
saw.
yeah.
Well then, Dr. Zermir, I'll give you this much because I'm a generous. I believe tentacled monster is how most of your kind refer to me.
Generous lover.
Let me just say this. What
Hentai.
you know as Arcanite in this world is vastly rare and incredibly hard to procure. In fact, these beings that you refer to as Arcanite, the origins, the old creators of the Arcanite, are no longer present in this world. They have sealed themselves within their own planes, cut off from the mortal realms. And with it, fresh and abundant creation of their source material. Which is to mean to say that the only pure Arcanite, I suppose, as you'd refer to them as, are thousands of years old, and each destruction means the loss of the total. Which is why the true forms are so rare. And as he seems to be eyeing over specifically all of Zormir's kind of magical equipment and spare materials. I do say you probably house a legion's supply and of riches upon your person. Yes, if you're so willing to part of it, I would keep those hidden in the knowledge that you have pure Arcanite safeguarded, unless scavengers will pick you clean for your riches. But on to your actual question.
I look at across her friend who keeps on producing red arcanite.
I was typing that into chat.
Did you hear that?
You're talking to your brain, so no. No? What? What did I hear?
Oh, please. That powder you keep on creating, be a
Which
bit
one?
more careful with it.
Which one? There's a few. By spice, that can make any kind of spice.
The very hot spice that you blew up those plants with.
Oh, the red arcanite.
I like to imagine that because magical items all have some form of arcanite in them, in order to actually make them work and power them, that you just have like a massive red arcanite gem built into the pouch that's slowly being like grated every time you call out the spice.
Just get my Arcanite grater out.
Get my arcanite cheese grater out.
Not enough for it to matter, but like 100 years down the line of daily use, just that's it, it's gone. Just
Mhm.
run out of magic without being
Run out of
replaced.
spice. It needs replacing with another chili gem.
Yep.
But
Yes.
on to the question of, well, how does magic work these days? While the pure forms of Arcanite are vastly rare and difficult to come by, the crossings of these demiplanes that the Arcanites have withdrawn to, what you'll hereby refer to them as the rainbow planes, they create unstable zones of magic throughout the cosmos, wherever their presence or the barriers between the worlds are thinnest, producing known as hybrid arcanites, where two or more planes intersect at such an intensity that they actually spawn arcanite in the prime realm.
Hmm.
It is through this hybrid arcanite, much more restrictive and limiting than your pure source, much less powerful than the pure substance, that magic and the arcane arts still flourish for those with the knowledge. In particular, vermilion, a combination of the red and orange planes, produces a lasering effect. I believe I've heard other artificers refer to it as the laser arcanite.
I'm quite surprised that was what came out of it, knowing what yellow used to do.
Red and orange, not yellow.
Oh,
Sorry.
it was orange. Did we know orange?
Yeah, what did orange?
Yes, it is one of the base 16.
What was orange again?
I can't remember off the top of my
Oranging
head.
is the
Yellow is
focusing
explosive.
arcanite.
Oh, focus.
Yellow is explosive.
Hmm.
Red
So
is-
power and focus make laser.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was
Focusing heat makes a laser beam.
I mixed up the orange with the yellow, which I know is quite bad for explosive. So
Yellow's definitely bad for explosives.
You hit-
Big old yellows.
Red and yellow goes together, makes bigger explosions. That makes napalm.
Supercharged nuke explosive.
that gives me an idea. I kind of believe the focus on this is a little off. Keeps on firing in many different kinds of damage. I believe the lens got cracked when well, it seems that you've
Technically, every arcanite is edible if you refine it down because it is a crystal. But red actually has a flavor, and I'm not quite sure the other ones are delicious.
Yeah, I was going. If it says it has to be seasoning, so it can't season it, doesn't work. The weird arbitrary rules of this really strange, common, like uncommon magic item, which has suddenly become quite powerful. be. I don't think it'd count then. I was going, can I make Orange Arcanite and just fix his gun? But nah, I don't think so.
But yes, there you go. That is your knowledge for free. If you want anything else, you'll have to give me more knowledge. Help me in my pursuit and studies.
Well, if you're up for studying things, we're...
Yes, I love knowledge. It's my purpose in life.
I wouldn't say no to someone else helping us navigate this plains. We have very little knowledge of
Okay. So enjoy.
these new places. This new place have come across, and we do have a form of transportation. If we can get to it, and I'll tell him roughly the sort of direction it was from where we are.
Have you told them that it's damaged?
I don't know what kind of state it'll be in.
Well, have you told them it crashed?
Well, yes, it kind of crashed. I don't think it'll have came out unscathed. I mean, I'm surprised that we are not being rendered into millions of pieces as well. I do. I mean, I know I wanted to destroy Junior here when I had the opportunity, but I have realized that I kind of need his knowledge.
Oh, do we need his knowledge, though?
Yes, I need to know what kind of explosive he made and what went wrong and what combination of events created this whole thing in the first place.
Can't we just kill him?
Well, if we kill him, we don't have the knowledge to get back to our plane. But
He doesn't know how to get us back. It's Junior. He
I
couldn't
know.
navigate his way out of a paper bag.
I know, but I want to see what he made and how he made it wrong and what went wrong. I need to... pardon the maybe so droll, pick his brain.
Oh, I'm good at that.
No, it's fine. I quite enjoy the turn of phrase.
I can do that. I can pick his brain.
I need
Who
his
is
brain.
Junior?
Oh, his incompetent vampire artificer who tried to impress his family by building a bomb, and also the person who murdered my senior. There's many reasons I want to murder Junior myself, and I'm quite surprised it didn't just blast his ugly face into ash. But he did raise a point when he was here. If I do destroy him, we do not know what will happen when he resurrects being a vampire.
Wait. Vampires normally go back to their home, don't they?
Yes.
But if we're in a different world, then he doesn't have a home. If you evict a vampire, does that just mean that they just die?
I do not know what is going to happen to him.
Find a lawyer.
I mean, I would have to... Drax, that may be a very valuable scientific experiment for you.
Oh no, I have no interest in that. My studies pertain only to the Rainbow Plains.
Be right back.
But yes, now that Zormir is just standing there vacantly, shall we
Does that from
escape
time
this
to time?
tower of death? Oh, do I even have telekinesis? I don't think I do. I'll just push him along with my nose.
We'll just carry him. I just go over and pick him up over one shoulder and go walking off with him. I got it.
I mean,
I can use him as a bludgeoning implement if all else fails.
Drax, do you know the way out of the tower?
No, I fell through a giant hole when I entered, seeking more knowledge.
Me too.
And then I was knocked out by a massive psychic force.
I
Yeah,
was
That's
set
must
on
have
fire.
been Cross. Ugh, it's a shuddering thought.
Yeah, Lich is annoying.
No, his friend Bones doesn't concern me. It's Cross that concerns me.
I thought Cross was the Lich and Bones was the doll. Did I get that the wrong way around? I thought Cross was the Lich and Bones was the doll.
No, wrong way round. Bones is the skinny figure. Cross is the little floating creepy thing.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm playing coy. I know exactly what Cross is. But alas, knowledge is currency where I'm from. Can't give you that knowledge for free, I'm afraid. No, whatever would my what do I even refer? My brood mother would say.
I get that. My parents would kill me if I gave away some secrets that actually mattered as well. So I get that.
Kindred souls. Well, I don't have a soul. I'm not annoyed.
I'm
But
back.
anyway, shall we go? Which way shall we head? There can only be so many doors in and out of this place.
Well, we could. Oh, when Izome is like woken up again. Oh, I'm putting you down on the floor. I was literally carrying you for a brief bit.
What?
You started you just spaced out for a bit there, buddy, and we kind of started wondering if you were going to wake up. So I just started carrying you.
Oh, I was thinking of many things, and the fact that I have to deal with Junior.
Yeah. Well, there was the path to the right when we came in. We could try that, or we could just walk out and try flying out. But that'd be a trouble because there's assuming only Drax can fly. So.
Well, let's head the way that we can then.
Yeah.
After you.
Okay. She just starts walking.
Yes, you're a bit more healthier than most of us.
Adventure.
Adventure. Yeah. Gwent was kind enough to fix me up a lot. So I'm no longer very much dying. So do we go to the right or do we go to the left? Wait. No, do we go to
And
this
that way,
left?
surely.
Do we go to this left or this right? We're all the way around now. That way.
Uh,
Go.
Continue
I
down the
would say
hallway.
this way.
Yeah. I get to here and peer around the corner.
As you do so, you find yourself face to face with a wall, but there appears to be some sort of thick paint etched into the floor beneath you, creating a round arc before the wall heads off into another deep turn further down. It almost looks like, as well as you're getting in here, you notice that there's less torches in this area. It appears to be much darker than where you previously are, where there's sconces periodically on the wall. This one is in dim light and then eventually descends into complete darkness for like the one character who doesn't have dark vision.
Oh yeah, I just realised. Yeah, because of my eagle vision, dim light is actually bright light to me. Still.
Cool.
Yeah, but I have devil's sight.
Yeah, you have even better. I have better in light.
You
than
can see
but you're-
further.
I can see a lot further. But you've got better dark. Lou, you've got better than. You can see well in the dark as well. You come up here as well with me.
I cast light. Just so I can see.
That's fair.
Sod you all.
Do so.
Don't happen to have any healing magic still?
Yes, lots.
Because I could do with a bit more.
Like, how much are you talking here? How much do you need?
Alvina's gonna carefully. You said the paint isn't all over the floor. It's like a particular line.
you
right?
can see the red markings on the actual map.
Yeah, I know. So there's ways to like walk around it essentially.
Oh yeah, if you want to try and like
In case
avoid
it happens to be
It's not the
something
entire thing.
dangerous.
Yeah, she's gonna not hopscotch around all the paint essentially and not touch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
for
Bob, you take 9 plus how many hit dice you have left.
Oh, come on.
9 plus my amount of hit
How many
dice.
hit dice? Yeah.
I've not spent any of my hit dice, so
Well, however many you have.
is it 8 hit dice?
We're level 8. So we've got 8,
Yeah.
Yeah.
8d8 for you, isn't it?
It will be.
Yeah, because
Yeah, but you just get 8. You don't get 8d8 as well. Jesus.
Oh,
How
I thought it was
overpowered is that?
I thought it was the spell that lets you spend your hit dice,
No.
as if you were resting.
No, it's just a healer's kit.
Oh, healer's kit, fair enough.
Yeah. Right. Do you still look rough, or do you need more?
41 out of 85.
Oof.
Jesus. Okay, fine.
You got nearly killed by a plant.
Okay, right. Then I'm going to use my second channel divinity. Hey, you get 40 hit points.
Boom. Alvina's going to once again look round this corner. Oh, God. Paint
Thank you.
again.
I feel a lot better. I don't know, but this might be of use to you more than me. Maybe. I mean, my armor is made by me, and I don't know if I've got space to fit this on. I don't know if I can alter my armor right now. This might be better alteration for you. And I'll hand you the hero's.
Boing, 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 boing.
The hero's armament.
Yep.
Oh, it's very pretty.
I hope it fares you well. I mean, I think I'm going to go a bit more on the defensive than the offensive right now. And I'll pull my shield out to the front of me.
I will put it on once we have a bit of a rest, because I think if it's attunement, you have to take a short rest for it, don't you?
Yeah,
That
it
is
takes an
correct.
hour. Actually,
Yeah. So,
it's just an hour with it. I don't think it necessarily has to be a short rest. Like, I think a travel time works for it as well.
I think fair travel time also generally works for short rests as well.
A lot of the time, yeah, but I think it's just an hour in time. I don't think it's like you have to be resting. Usually.
well, if there's an hour goes by before something bad happens, I will attach it. If not, then
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
assume
you
not.
also have to be like focusing on it, so it's
Ah.
effectively a short rest, which is why we always just do it during a short
You can be
rest.
stroking it as you go along. Pretty armor.
Petting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alvina's still doing her gymnastics practice to avoid touching any of the paint.
Drax!
Boing, boing, boing,
Yes,
boing,
paint.
boing, boing, boing.
Fuck you!
Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you do so.
Yay! God damn it. I rolled a 2.
Ooh. As you're boinking around it, you eventually get to the center with the more difficult and smaller spaces to try and jump over. And as you're attempting to jump over it, the heel of your boot,
Foot.
your heel of your foot lands just a little bit onside the paint. And as it does so, your back just breaks and cracks. And I'm afraid you stepped on a crack and now you're dead.
That's not me, it's my mum. It's mother's back, not your back.
Somewhere in the alternative world, Alvina's mother just howls in agony. No, but nothing happens. It is just paint.
Yeah. But she's gonna keep doing it anyway, because if nothing else, she's enjoying it at this point.
You hate your mum, don't you?
No!
You keep
My mum's-
stamping on it. Fuck
My
you,
mum's
Mum.
amazing. My mum's amazing, but she did make me take gymnastics classes for 18 hours a day for 3 years. So
18
Seems like
hours
too much, man.
a day?
yeah, I'm a war dancer. Remember?
Yeah. He's danced and danced and danced.
She's a dancer. She is one hell of a dancer.
Fair enough.
I feel our friends are getting a little bit ahead of us.
Don't worry, fuck you's the furthest behind.
if fuck you's
Sleeping
essentially
again.
no, he's dragging his feet because he's essentially like looking at and stroking the key.
Ah.
Perfect.
Mikey.
Precious.
Looks back round the
Fine.
corner. Are you okay?
Fine. Here.
I'm looking back to fuck you. What's taking you, my friend?
Just looking after the process.
Ooh, it's bright light.
Mm.
Okay. I just don't want to leave you behind. I mean, you kidnapped me, and don't.
Yeah.
Are you guys stealthing carefully as you approach, or
Yes.
actually, as you get to this intersection? Because I might as well do a prop to ask you to stealth. You begin to hear muttering echoing up, bouncing around the walls from the south. Not
Oh.
anything intelligible. More just somebody kind of cursing under their breath and let's just do it in common. I don't know. But as you approach, go ahead and give me a stealth check if you want to try and kind of peek around the corner without alerting whoever's there.
Yeah, Alvina would definitely be being stealthy, particularly if she heard something. Don't see any reason I get advantage for this.
I don't think
Oh, fuck.
Boom!
fuck you's probably going to be a bit distracted at the moment, so I'm going to roll it as disadvantage.
Well, we're also quite a bit ahead, so
Eh.
that me
Yeah,
and
so,
Lou fucked off ahead.
Let's get one from Lou because they've actually kept up with Alvina as the rest of
That's
you are
not
just
good.
wandering about chatting with each other.
I mean, even distracted.
Yeah, don't really matter for you.
Yeah, you've got a +6. I got a +0.
Mhm.
12 isn't terrible though.
Alvina, as you come into kind of distance to start hearing the muttering, you begin to slow and start approaching this corner as Lou bumps directly into your back. And Lou, how do you respond to immediately coming to a jarring stop, having bumped into someone?
I would start to scream, but stop myself
Scream?
from.
You can see me as well, dude.
Yeah, I
I
tripped.
wasn't expecting you to stop though. True, I was expecting like
Last I saw, you were moving, and you abruptly stopped.
you
but I
say
would
ow out loud or grumble or something.
I would start to do
Scream!
that, but
That's
then
why I like
stop
screaming.
myself and just go, "Ah, you bastard! Fucking-
Oh,
What did you stop for?" Yeah,
because I
quietly,
forgot.
so.
1 second.
She just literally moves her hand around behind her head and flicks you, and then puts her finger up to her lips.
Because I realized you most likely didn't realize because I forgot to put one there.
Oh, there's a
There is
door there.
there is a
Oh,
door.
okay.
What? Let's reback. Let's look at the door
Yeah.
first, and then we'll do this. The stealth.
Lou never bumped into Alvina.
Yeah. We get to about here then, as soon as we realise it's a door, and
Yeah.
I'd like open the door with an arm, essentially, while still saying essentially cover.
You do so. It leads into a corridor with an actual door at the end. Because apparently I just forgot 2 doors in this place.
Ah, okay.
And you're pretty sure, for those who are more geographically aware of their space, that this probably leads back into the segment that you're previously at.
Yeah, she'll like fit. She's pretty good at directions, weirdly. As far as one of the very few things she's good at, as far as thinking is, she goes nah, and like just looks back, just shrugs, goes, shakes her head, and then just keeps going. And then we can basically get back to the stealth where everything else went horribly wrong.
I still bump into you.
Yeah, and you get
And
flicked.
as Lou screams out,
No, not loudly. I stopped myself from screaming out loud.
but you got 12, which unfortunately is lower than passive
Okay.
perception of this creature. So
Fair
while
enough.
you stifle yourself, it's still just loud enough that the mumbling cuts silent immediately.
You just the glowing eyes just turn around and glare at you.
You stopped.
She's still glaring at you.
Still your fault.
Lou dives down and through the door into the corridor.
Yeah, Alvina's basically just she's gonna draw her swords, but not move, and basically just be prepared if anything starts moving towards us. And she's gonna wait for the others to catch up.
Yes, sir. You hear nothing approaching.
Mhm.
After a moment or two, everyone else catches up because I assume they weren't actually that far behind. Just
Yeah.
tracks floating down. Whee!
He's in the wall.
Presumably he was behind like some of you. Although I do like the idea that Fuku's just coming up on this giant tentacled butt floating in the air in front of him. Because it's quite funny. But yes, eventually the party kind of groups down in this lower corridor, which you can kind of cluster around in the kind of spaces of the 5-10 feet.
Yeah.
But as you wait there after a minute or two, nothing happens. There's no sounds of footsteps or movement coming towards you. In fact, you're pretty sure you hear a distinct, slight, not slam, slightly weaker than a slam, but a creak of a door closing.
Alvina will like look around both corners. Then when everyone's caught up.
To the south.
To the north and the south, she'll be looking both ways because it appears there's a corner here as well, right?
Oh yeah, I realized that hasn't been revealed.
yeah.
It reveals to another corner.
Yeah, she basically looking up there just in case there was something there. But yeah, she'll be looking to the south mostly then.
Okay. As you look down into the south, you see nobody present. A massive double paneled door stands by itself in space at the south of it, and along the floors are these, similar to the paint symbol to your north, are these massive glyphs painted into the floor with what looks to be 4 scarecrows standing, missing various body parts, or were missing various body parts, as it appears that 3 of them have been rejoined with fleshy body parts rather than the standard scarecrow parts.
Oh, that's just not a good
So-
sign.
Yep. So the scarecrow to the north left, so the top left, appears to have human feet attached to the bottom of its scarecrow form.
Copying me.
While the bottom south one appears to have a massive creature eye pushed into a little holding dip inside its face. The bottom left one appears to have a beating heart just placed in a little space, a little hole inside its chest, whereas the top right one appears to have a gap in its brain, or in its straw head appears to be almost opened up like a bowl. So a head shaped in a bowl made of straw, and it appears to be missing the top of its head. The rest of it all straw, apart from these 3 actual like monster human body parts and this missing space in the top right.
Okay.
Well, we know that's the real one because the scarecrow needed the brain.
Yeah.
No.
The rest are dummies.
Yeah, the rest are fake. Let's shoot that one. Yeah, Alvina will basically like look back to Zormir and just make like a gun motion.
Okay. But what am I shooting at?
And she'll just point into the room. And she'll very quickly, like trying for it to spend as little time as possible, just vault to the other side and press herself up against the wall again.
Oh.
She has her finger over her mouth through most of this as well.
Walking on her tiptoes.
Oh, you
She
are
probably cartwheels it.
fairly good at range as well. Would you like to help with whatever is in this room? And I suppose I'll move past people to try and see what's in the room by peeking around.
You see the scarecrows.
You see the 4 scarecrows, the glyphs on the floors underneath them, the freestanding door to the south, and also a door built into the wall to the left.
West.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not taking chances. She's going, shoot him.
Okay, I will move my shield to my back and pull my rifle forward. And because of the angle, I'll probably aim down at this one down here.
All right.
I'm just gonna hold a spell in case anything charges through here. Just a cantrip.
Alvina's going to hold and charge, basically. She's going to be holding both swords back in like a double swing at anything that comes through the door.
Okay,
And clothesline anything if it runs at us.
I'll take a shot.
Yep, go for it. Roll an attack. It hits. The scarecrow doesn't make any movement to dodge. It doesn't react. Roll for damage type.
Radiant.
Radiant? Yeah.
You blast a hole through the scarecrow's torso. It definitely seems like the scarecrow's a little bit more resilient than you'd expect from such a massive explosion. Almost like you can actually. Do you still have detect magic up?
No, that only lasts about a minute, I think.
10 minutes, isn't it?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, and
Maybe. There's a chance.
how long's it been for our conversations and getting here then?
You did spend quite a lot of time messing about with the lockers.
Valid.
Yeah, it's probably
About 10 minutes. Yeah. But just from your innate artificer senses, you're pretty sure that these dummies, you can almost see traces of arcanite particles around them. You're pretty sure they have some form of abjuration magic built into them. They seem to be a bit more sturdy, a bit more resilient, a bit more protective than they should be for just straw and cloth. But apart from that, it still takes the damage, and nothing happens. Apart from the scarecrow gets a hole in it.
Fire again.
Just keep shooting him.
You do so.
And this time. Same again. Radiant damage.
Just less
You
damage.
Blast another hole into the scarecrow.
Alfira. You're good with details. Can you see if this is having any effect?
Okay, I think she can't quite get her line of sight on that one, so she's gonna just go like gesture, move back a bit, and she's gonna vault back over there and take a. It has appeared to like blown a couple of holes in it, right?
Yep. The edges are scorched. There, you can actually see clean through one of them. Probably both, actually. They're 25s. You can see straw littering the floor underneath the scarecrow where it's been blasted. Definitely having an effect. You spent enough time, you could disintegrate the scarecrow just blasting it. But given that you are blasting it and it is a scarecrow and it has been a little bit enhanced, such that the damage is kind of going through it rather than like spreading and actually blowing it up like it may do with like regular straw. Then it's radiant damage, so it's kind of scorching it rather than blowing it.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure, yeah, you could destroy the scarecrow, no problem, if you spent enough time doing it.
I just like whispers like seems to be working.
Do we really want to waste our time destroying these things?
I mean, screw it. Might as well just walk in. If we get killed horribly by it, we tried the sneaky approach and it didn't work, or it worked.
It didn't really react to me blasting it, so I don't know if it's a component for something or if it's actual going to be animated. Drax, have you had anything kind of scarecrows? Scarecrows.
They were the scarecrows that were loading the thing in the other room, weren't they?
Yes.
I've got an idea. Yours, it isn't a physical projectile, the antimatter rifle, right? It's like a blast of energy.
Yeah. Blast of energy focused through no lens.
So it can't potentially move anything.
Whereas an arrow could.
I guess if you did force, I don't think radiant, necrotic, or definitely not psychic.
Definitely not psychic.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Force would it has a concussive effect.
yeah. Alvina's going to just like get her longbow, aim it right at the center of the scarecrow with the feet, which I believe is this one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and aim it in a sort of way that's going to try that if it hits the target here, it would like try and knock it over, essentially.
okay.
That's what she's going to try to do at least. So, is there an aim action which gives you advantage?
Only if you're a rogue.
Ah, okay. Yes, I know that's a thing, but
Well, if we're going to just go with shooting something and I don't want you to waste arrows, move across again.
okay. Yeah, flip.
You can always retrieve it.
Yeah, so we could go get it.
Yeah, but I've got a magically reloading revolver.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, true. Take the shot at like aim. She's gonna get aim for about there where it'd knock it over.
yeah.
I've also just realised your antimatter rifle doesn't make its own ammo anymore. Jesus, that's gonna be expensive.
But I'm an artificer.
Yeah, it's gonna take time though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And time
So-
is money.
So do you want? Am I rolling this at disadvantage because I'm aiming for a specific part, or just a flat roll?
Yeah, go for it. Disadvantage. It's a low C anyway. Low AC anyway.
Is it
well,
that
9
low?
No, it's a 10.
Oh,
Unfortunately, you just miss as it like skips the. I guess it's technically standing on like a little coat
Takes a
rack
toenail
wooden
off.
frame pole.
Hmm.
You just missed that little wooden pole. It skips along the tiles.
Fire again. Oh, is
Your
that
revolver
fire?
jams as suddenly it's no longer clicking.
I'm just. Is that? Do you use the firearms like mishaps for Nat 1 table? Because that is a thing.
Generally not, because it means I have to
Okay.
go look up another table.
Yeah, I was wondering. Fair enough. Alvina's gonna go. You need to have maintenance on that
You need
more
to
often.
practice.
She's
don't-
gonna pull her bow and just do the thing she was planning to do originally.
Alright.
I
Back to
start.
the
I,
match.
I get my tool
What
out and
if
start
someone?
working on unjamming it.
What if someone's to try and cremate them?
Well, she's
You
shooting.
smack into the wooden pole up, holding the scarecrow upright, and you get a decent thump into it as you bury it halfway in. It's wood. It has been enhanced resilience. You find that while the arrow pierces into it, it's not quite enough to fully tip it over. It looks like there's quite a heavy base to the actual wooden frame, and it looks to be attached or screwed into the ground. If you want to crack it open or kind of knock it over, you're probably needing a second shot to with the exact same space to kind of really split the wood off.
She's gonna try that because she's got the double attack, so she can try to do 2 arrow
Yeah,
shots.
and-
She's quick succession.
Legolas it.
Disadvantage. Nope.
Ooh, double nines though. You got an 18.
Fortunately, for a second, you're pretty sure you see something moving from the right of the room, and as you look over, the shot goes just slightly wide, and you realize, no, it was just a trick of the light.
Damn it.
What would the party like to do?
Is it safe yet?
I have
You're gonna-
no.
Appears to unjam that, unbreak that gun of yours. Let's just move.
I'm. Well, we'll spend the time to jam the gun with my artificer tools.
If Zormir still had his homunculus, we could have sent that in, but you
That
know,
was so well
it's
last
in
time.
pieces.
Are you really going to rub that in right now?
Yes.
I'm
Well-
just spitballing here.
Hey, she's gonna shrug and go. I've not reacted so far, so. You okay?
Player noticed something off in the corner.
Yeah, genius.
There is
Yeah, I'm
nothing
fairly
there.
confident he was like swearing a lot, that he was the one making the noise, but
What do I have
She's
to?
gonna-
Do I have to roll to unjam the gun, or is it just
Oh no, you can just do that. It's just
Around.
flavor.
I'll take another shot at the damn thing.
oh, you got it.
Damn.
Shame you got disadvantage.
Uh,
Where's the plus? Oh,
That's
the
not
GM.
me.
That's the GM.
That's not me.
It's a green number. Yes.
Yay! Oh wait, that's a bad tree number.
Yeah.
I'm going to light a torch and pass it forward. Maybe hit them with a torch, something to set them on fire.
I like that. She clicks her fingers like a finger gun. I like that. Takes the torch. Winds up.
Oh, that's a bit better.
Hey, you can shoot.
He's properly fixed it now.
As finally you fire in just beneath the arrow, and the wood cracks, breaking as the scarecrow slumps to the floor. The feet kind of wriggling while still attached to the scarecrow,
Like living, wriggling.
like living wriggling.
Okay, definitely gonna throw the torch at the one on the ground.
Oh,
You can do so.
bloody hell! Seeing that, I'd probably shoot at the feet.
It'd be, cause torch is just a. Is that an improvised weapon? It would be, right? Or is torch actually like a weapon? Is only torch
It's
has a stat?
it would just be an improvised weapon.
Would the shot at the feet still be disadvantage, or?
So it'd just be a pure
Uh,
strength check.
No, I guess the feet are its own thing. You can go ahead and just shoot regularly.
Yeah, Alvina's gonna just pure strength it.
You shoot the feet, a bullet lodges into the soul of the wriggling, cold, dead slab of meat. And it continues just wriggling, as if it didn't even notice your shot. You can see the damage has definitely been done, but the feet are... How can you tell if the feet are in pain?
Yeah, they're like clenching the toes.
But with a decent throw, the torch lights through the air and smacks into the scarecrow, where it begins spreading throughout it. But it looks like the scarecrow might be fire immune.
Interesting. It's fireproof.
Well, it wouldn't be very good for using in as cannons if they could just burn the damn thing.
Cannons don't. You realize a cannonball isn't fire, right?
No, but if
It's like a rock, but metal.
your enemy throws a torch at the thing loading your guns, you know.
If someone specifically decided to, from stealth, throw a random fiery object at a thing made of straw.
Yes.
You are very, very paranoid, or your police force had some really weird common enemies.
I think
Anyway.
it's more the latter.
Probably. But anyway, let's. We might as well just
Also-
go in.
Hang on. Let's
Also,
not be too hasty.
also
I'm
there
going
is-
to point at the scarecrow with True Strike, so I can maybe discern what his weaknesses are.
Okay.
Also, I mean, if your thing's firing cannons and the cannon blows up and sets it ablaze, that wouldn't work either.
I need to be
think I think if a cannon blows up, the fire from the cannon isn't the biggest concern usually.
I don't
The thing is
know.
the fact that your cannon's blown up.
Yeah.
Generally not
And,
good.
Also, you light a cannon with a flame.
Magical cannon.
Yeah, it depends on the cannon.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Might not have to be. Does that gun of yours use fire?
But you discern the scarecrow's weaknesses as everything but fire.
He literally they've waxed these scarecrows. There's nothing else. They just put wax on them. Ooh. I know what you can try. I haven't tested one of these yet.
What?
I heft out one of the ice spears.
Shit.
Okay. Excuse me. And going back
Yeah,
through
I'm in a decent place.
I'm
Not
going
to be hit.
I start wandering back down
He
to the
just
corridor.
wanders, just leaves. We'll find out.
I went back through the corridor.
Yeah.
You come out the other door inside the containment chamber for Drax,
Yeah.
just as you left it.
Yeah, Alvina javelins the spear.
I'm gonna inspect the cannons, the remains of the cannons.
And I don't
you
have
need
a
to
roll. I don't have
give
a
an
roll
Arcana
for
check.
this. So
Just give me a strength-based attack.
okay. With proficiency, because I was proficient with spears. So
Yes.
I'll do it with just a strength
Spears,
saving
javelin.
throw.
I think
So
technically I have it set as javelin.
it's javelin. Okay. It's basically just a strength saving throw unless they have any modifiers to them.
Nope, no pluses, just an effect.
Okay. I will basically roll a strength saving throw then.
A javelin and normal javelin is
26. It's a martial weapon. I know I have proficiency because barbarians start with javelins usually. 26.
I think javelin's a simple weapon.
Is it? I thought it was martial.
No.
No, fair.
range of 30 to 120 feet.
Yeah. It's a D6.
Yeah, you're a
One D6 plus 3.
However,
it's
for
D6
this
plus
one,
5.
don't worry about the damage. Which one were you targeting? You were targeting one of the scarecrows or in the center?
Yeah,
or...
one of the scarecrows.
Cool. A long shaft of silvered metal, inscribed with primordial glyphs of ice and silver dragons, and a single shard of light blue ice atop the shaft flies through the air. As it smacks into its target, the blue shard on top shatters and explodes in a 20-foot radius of ice. As all the creatures within that range, which I think you were throwing it from like 30 back. Actually, how far back are you? Yeah, and you're ducking out of the way, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
full covering. Full covering it.
Okay, so you wouldn't actually see this then. You'd hear it if you're in cover. But you hear a shattering sound, and then what sounds like almost a slight explosion. Not a loud explosion, but kind of like a as you suddenly get a chill of air wash through the north towards you. And as you peek back through, you see that it looks like an ice bomb has gone off. There's a slight mist of ice, not quite ice, like permafrost
Dry
all
ice.
over. I was thinking more like that light form of snow you get on things,
Yeah,
like a
like
little sheet of ice.
yeah, like if it's been snowing like very lightly.
Yeah, you get that little sprinkle of snow and that little very thin layer of
Dusting.
permafrost, the snow dust,
Yeah.
all around the room in a 20-foot radius.
I like these things. I'm assuming that is the haft of the spear still there? Because you said the ice itself blew up.
Yes, for all intents and purposes, it is now just a rod of silver.
Cool. I will put it in as rod of silver.
The javelin, the silver dragon tears are one-time uses.
Cool. And where's my spears? Because I have them written down. Dragon spears. I will mark it down to 1.
You know that would be good for
Food.
the spear. I mean, the silver spear.
Werewolves?
That'd be good for taking care of Junior.
We already have the garlic steaks for that.
But Zormir, you were investigating the cannons.
Yeah.
Was there anything particular you wanted to learn about them?
If they were
So-
black powder operated.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they're firing mechanism or something, or if I can figure out roughly what kind of the system of fire, basically.
Yeah, sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Are you gonna try and loot the cannons? See what parts you can get?
I do.
This is a pretty common effect. You very quickly see the glyphs kind of inscribed inside the actual cannon shaft, and eventually, well, maybe not eventually. I don't. This is quite well hidden, but you assume it to be there. You realize that these are just your standard run of the mill anime object cannons. They are cannons that have just been animated by the spell effect animate objects. And there's probably actually there doesn't even have to be Arcanite on it because it's not a magic item. It's just an enchanted item. You very easily see the traces of the spell. They don't look to be animate on their own. They were just animated by the effects of the spell, and it looks like they're kind of firing on their own without any sort of powder ignition, and the scarecrows were just loading up the actual balls next to them, which don't have any special property other than they were fired by an enchanted weapon. Which
Big, heavy
makes them
metal ball.
magical if they're fired. The balls themselves aren't magical; they would just be magical, but they were fired by the enchanted cannon.
Alvina
but yes,
can get them for
regular-
shot puts.
Regular cannon, magically enchanted.
Barbarian shot puts a cannonball would be a pretty cool thing.
Well, fair enough.
I mean, Zormir might be able to throw them as well.
He's got 17, right? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I suppose after my inspection, I'll see how their spear javelin throwing went.
It worked. It worked.
I'll go to the door and open it and go,
You're still alive.
oh, it didn't instantly kill you or anything like that.
There's probably a big line of ice like up this corridor, right? Even past us because it was 30 feet.
Yeah, a little trail of permafrost, a little sprinkle of snow.
The
Good
cannon.
thing we're in cover.
The cannons were animated by a spell.
And it was something like that.
But I mean, the cannonballs are nothing. They're just normal cannonballs.
Big heavy lumps of metal.
Yes. I mean, don't think we can take them with us, but cannons would be useful on the airship.
Find that mortar thing that I ripped off of the vampires. It'll be somewhere around.
Yes, we do still need that. That would be...
Anyway. Oh. Yes?
Well, in you go?
Yeah, I was about to say, well, it probably worked. If not, be at the ready. And she's drawing both her swords again and is going to advance into the room. To here.
You do so. Nothing reacts to your presence. You hear the crunch under your feet as you walk down the trail of snow.
Cold feet, cold feet, cold feet. She's actually barefoot, remember? So...
Can feel the titillating coldness beneath your skin.
Is that any doors?
Yeah, there's two doors. One appears to be just kind of there as well. I'm gonna reach down to pick up the scarecrow that's on the floor.
You do so with no problem. The feet are still kind of wriggling, but they aren't posing any danger to you. They're just attached to the skeleton.
Okay. I'm gonna basically smash the feet into the floor to make them stop. See if that kills the feet.
I thought you were going to
You
say
do
you were
so,
going
but
to
they have a
take
really
them.
sturdy, rubbery texture to them. As you're kind of smashing them in, it's getting pretty brutal and messy. And make me a wisdom save if you want to keep going. Because this is quite horrifying.
After a few hits, she'll have stopped realizing it's so much. It's like,
And it's got bullets and everything.
It's been shot, it's been frozen, it's been burnt. She won't be like completely, but is it like damaging the feet in?
Oh yeah, they look brutal. Stop.
She will stop.
What you could do if it's been frozen, you can smash it and it should smash the entire foot.
Here's
Well,
did-
it's not been like
is it-
frozen. It's been chilled. The
Yeah,
spell
it's-
wasn't that
Is this
powerful.
very similar to the scene in Misery?
Have not seen it.
I haven't either, but I can roughly guess.
The
You mean the famous scene?
famous
Yeah.
scene, yes.
my question for you guys is, shouldn't you be asking, did these not look familiar or anything like that, maybe?
It's not my feet.
What did you
Yeah,
have to... What did you
I
have
think
to...
you know everyone in this world.
Did you have to kiss on the way out?
I kissed the little like doll's feet.
I never kissed anything.
I know you didn't. That's something for you to maybe look at. Consider.
Fuck
I mean,
you.
all
I don't
human
think
feet
he-
looks the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got
don't-
hooves.
Can't remember if fuck you did. I think he was just told to leave.
Yeah.
I think you got forced to kiss them because...
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I think he was the one that it was like just get out of here because we pissed them off too much. They just said just leave. We don't care anymore.
They,
And we got out scot free.
Well,
The-
piss out assumes that they were angry. They just wanted you gone so they can go eat the artificer.
I have a wonderful idea. I see the freestanding door.
Yes.
I have a scarecrow. I'm gonna
Yes.
throw the scarecrow at the door.
All right, go
Did
for
we-
it.
Does this count as a person?
Yeah, sure. It's body shape.
It's a
That's all that
corpse.
matters for aerodynamics.
Yeah.
It's made of straw and has much more, lightness to it. But I'm gonna overlook it.
I'm going to roll my strength save, which is a thrown person attack, essentially, again. 14!
Yeah, it should be.
You
enough.
you get it across the room. It bounces off the door. It has no impact. Unfortunately, it wasn't strong enough, but you did hit. You hear a little ping of wood against wood from the top of the wooden shaft inside the scarecrow as it's kind of squished hay style into the door and then kind of bounces off.
What in the hell are you doing?
Testing to see if the magic circle in the middle is a barrier.
It is not.
We seem safe.
What is it with you and throwing things?
It's fun. And effective. Would you rather me walk over there first, or would you rather me throw something to see if it blows up?
Fair enough, fair enough. But I think the fact that I shot across the room at first...
Maybe it's magical energy. Also, I
This-
broke its feet.
Where's fuck you?
You did more than that.
I didn't continue. I just broke its feet. I didn't destroy the feet into paste.
Fuck you, are you coming?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the one with the feet. Which one was the one with the heart?
The bottom right.
Bottom right. Okay.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's the bottom left.
Bottom left
Yeah,
has
I
the
thought it was
massive,
that one
monstrous
before
eye
Chris
in the
said.
center,
Yeah.
or in the center of
Alvina's,
its head.
Alvina's gonna walk around
Mhm.
and inspect the heart.
Yeah, is there anything particular you're trying to look for? Trying to identify the species it came from?
Pretty much
Um,
that, yeah.
Any you looking for magical connotations, or what proficiencies you got?
I have survival, so she'd probably be. It's just survival and perception, so she'd be looking like species. possibly.
Give me a perception check and a survival check to see what you can discern.
Oh, that's performance. I nearly rolled there. They're next to each other. Do I get advantage for that, actually? Give me a second. I need my eyes. Do they give me advantage on the thing?
I'm going to check
Ben's
this
just
door.
going to come in and take just a medicine check to see if there's anything interesting that way.
I
Let's
don't
go for it.
think.
That was the one that was thrown.
Yeah, I don't think there's any advantage. Basically, it essentially gives me like the fine detail thing, so I'm assuming that's not.
I think that's just for investigation.
Okay. Yeah, so 13 perception and for survival.
Yeah, I was going to open this door and see if there was anything
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
corridor.
You open it, you see a corridor.
Does anyone...
Throw a scarecrow down.
I'll do that next.
No. Someone wants to...
Zormir, as you get into the room, because you might actually recognize the damn glyphs on the door.
Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
As fun as this has been watching you get paranoid by scarecrows, I actually want to do that session.
13.
This door appears to be magically locked and enchanted to with evocation, or you wouldn't know the magics, but you get a rough idea that it's a magical door that leads elsewhere that appears to be locked by some sort of arcane warding system,
If it's evocation,
i.e., a puzzle password.
if that's a slipped evocation, I'm not opening that door first.
I
You
believe
have
this-
read Arcanite.
I believe
Yeah, I know, but evocation is the explosion.
I
Yeah,
don't think it's
we
evocation. I think it's enchantment.
I believe the door is locked with
I
a
don't know. Whatever
password.
one's teleportation.
Locked with a password.
Oh,
It's either evocation or enchantment.
teleportation, I think, is enchantment. I'm not certain.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I'm not the best on like which spells or what for a lot of them.
Either way, it's a magic door that leads out of the dungeon.
Yeah, magic door. Yeah, so I'm assuming she can't figure out anything with her 13 and 10.
Only that this heart appears to still be beating, somehow unconnected to the rest of the body. Like there's no blood or muscles or anything kind of pumping it. It just seems to be pumping itself. Definitely seems to be magically enchanted to still be animately working. But apart from that, there's nothing else to find. Essentially, it's a large, strange heart that you've never seen before.
Well, this will be useful later, and she's gonna grab the heart and just rip it out of its body.
As for the medicine check, these are definitely dead feet, like 100% dead feet.
If
They
they
are
weren't
cold.
before,
There's
they
no
are
blood
now.
flow. They appear to be still kind of twitching occasionally after being beaten to death again.
Okay, but here's the question for you:
Yes.
How were they severed? Was it like professionally done, savagely done?
I don't
Oh,
think you
with a
can tell
hacksaw.
anymore. Nice.
Of course, you can tell. Like, is it smooth cuts? Is it rough cuts?
No.
Surgical
These feet,
cuts, yeah.
like you can still see the bone and the flesh from the top where they've been disembodied. It's definitely jagged, and the bone is chipped and kind of almost half broken, twisted off, like snapping off a half cut tree limb.
Was
This
that
is just-
Alvina, or was that the natural how it was previous?
Oh,
Either
who's
way,
to know?
it's
They
bad
haven't seen it
work.
before, Alvina.
I also did anything happen when I ripped this heart out of its body?
No, nothing.
Okay, I'll put it in my bag.
All right.
This is mine now. Is it still beating when I've taken it out of its body, like Kalimar style?
Yep.
Okay. She's gonna eat that later.
Looking at the door, I'm going to see if I can spend 10 minutes to identify.
Does that reveal anything? I mean, yes, you can do it. I'm trying to think what I'll give you. No, it's identify.
It's classic. Unless it's not magic, if it's something weird.
No, it's a magical kind of
magic.
door lock system. It's fine.
Then
And
yeah.
also, it was arcanely locked, so identify
Ooh.
works.
Cool.
Yeah, you can spend 10 minutes to do that. Anybody else want to do anything while Zormir is kind of just chanting in front of the door?
Well, I've stolen the heart. I'm gonna just piss whatever these body parts are connected to. I'm just gonna go over and poke the eye.
All right,
Just
you do
gonna-
so.
Move into the corridor, so I'm out of line of sight of stuff.
You poke the eye, you kind of get in there. You can see it's again similar to the feet. It's got this kind of rubbery texture to it. It takes a moment for. I assume you're using something sharp to poke it.
Yeah.
As it pokes in, the eye kind of twitches and stares at you, and then you pull it out, and yeah, there's a wound in it, like you would stuffing it into a solid rubber toy, but it doesn't seem to have done anything else to it. It's still just twitching around, as if under some supernatural force.
Interesting. Can I cover the eye with some straw or pieces of the scarecrows?
Yeah, you can take a piece of the fabric and cloth off it, and kind of enough so that you can cover over the eye. It's no problem.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna
Or is
blind.
it freaking you out looking
It's
at you?
kind of weird, and I want to stab it, but
And it's one of those like large, almost like frog eyes. It's kind of got this strange pupil to it. There's more of a little bulb at the bottom with a little slit at the top.
it's giving me some like flashbacks to Dark Souls now.
Is there anything
Yeah,
you're doing, Neil?
Yeah, she's gonna blindfold the eye.
You successfully blindfold it.
And what was the other one? There was the eye, the feet, the heart, and the other thing. What was the other thing?
There was the brain missing.
The empty kind of bowl-like head of the scarecrow, where it's clearly like a brain or something is supposed to go.
Ah. Yeah, there's nothing to bully in that one. So
You're definitely not getting the hero armor.
she's literally said she's gonna eat this heart later. I don't think she's cares about being the hero.
Fuck you's gonna go over to the one with the eye.
Mhm.
I don't know which one that was off the top of my head.
Bottom
This
left.
one. Oh, it's
Bottom
bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah,
She'll be standing
head.
here then.
He's gonna reach up, pull the eye out of its head,
Mhm.
then summon Sod off and try to feed the eye to it.
Ooh. What? So you just unblindfolded it, took the eye out, and is gonna feed it to a fire spirit.
Yeah.
I'm cool with this.
You attempt to do so. Unfortunately, it seems to be too big a task and also non-flammable. As the fire spirit is kind of just like
No.
throwing its body at it and nothing is happening.
Gnawing on it.
Mm.
And I like the idea that it just throws itself at things to set them on fire. It doesn't have a mouth, it just throws it.
It just bodies things.
It doesn't have a mouth yet.
Yet. Oh, do I have anything flammable that I can feed it?
Well, if anything, I was just gonna launch it at the scarecrows.
They're fireproof.
Ah.
I threw a torch at them, didn't I?
Yeah. I meant. Well,
They're
they're
susceptible
fire
to
resistant.
everything but fire.
Yeah, they're fire resistant. They're not fireproof.
Oh no, they're fireproof.
It took
Oh, they're
no damage
fireproof.
from the. It took
Oh,
no
right.
damage from the torch. Yeah. I've
They've
got
been
an idea.
magically enchanted.
Weirdly enough, you actually talking about this earlier reminded me of this exists. I'm gonna get a little. I'm gonna reach into my spice pouch, use one of its charges, and pull out basically a strip of bark, and give it to the fire spirit. It's cinnamon.
Oh,
Cinnamon is tree bark.
I just thought you.
it eats it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought, your spice pouch makes red arcanite, doesn't it?
Yep, that's what we were talking earlier. I can print.
Yeah. Can I try feed some of the red arcanite to it?
I'm down. So I'll give it the cinnamon stick, which it'll eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use another charge. I get 10 charge of this per day, by the way. It's awesome. So I'm going to then take a big handful of red arcanite out and hand it to fuck you.
Fuck you's essentially just gonna like make a little pile of it on the floor, and then like try push Sod off towards it.
Like put Sod down next to it and just go, go on.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
And just boom.
It explodes. Yeah, are we just gonna put up a little? Is it actually?
Okay.
Oh God. Can I borrow that shield, Zombie?
No. No.
As you do so, and you're trying to like usher Sod off towards it, Sod off appears to be resistant to going near the Arcanite. He seems to be kind of moving away from it, kind of as if the Arcanite is something distasteful to him.
Oh, fair enough. Doesn't like it, I guess. Zombie. Present for you.
Ignoring you because I'm concentrating on a damn spell.
She's just gonna just open his bag then and just pour the red arcanite dust in and close it.
So everything is now just covered in red arcanite.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go open his back layer. Like, what happened? Did something break?
Why is it all red?
Would anyone like to do anything before Zermir's spell finishes?
Lou's gonna try and
anything funny.
identify the symbol in the middle. See if he recognizes it.
Do you have proficiency in Arcana?
I've just thought.
No, not proficiency.
Actually, did I even want this one? Yeah, I wanted this one to be Arcana. Unfortunately, you doesn't seem to have any religious or elemental or aberrational meaning to it. It seems to be entirely arcane in nature.
Okay, that helps
It's worth a
slightly.
try. It's worth a try.
But anyway, finishing up, 10 minutes kind of go past of people kind of playing around with scarecrows, feeding things to sawed off, and eventually Zormir just trying to hone out the distractions of your
throwing the
allies
food
around
parts
you.
around the room.
Alvina's gonna dice the eye up and see if that makes Sodoff want to eat it.
Yeah, just slice it up, slice up.
Maybe it's too big for him.
Yeah, slice up. Like debone the feet and.
Keep the heart. That's for later.
As you're doing so, as you kind of try, because it's incredibly rubbery and tough, and it takes you a long time, but eventually you manage to get through just like a little off cut of the actual spherical shape, and you're about to hand it over when Zormir finally just perks up and tells you to stop.
Yes.
As Zormir, as suddenly the knowledge of the entire system floods into your brain, as the arcane symbols around you begin to make sense, glowing with knowledge. The symbols around you, they're locks to the door, and each of these artifacts, the eye, the feet, the heart, they're the keys to unlocking it for the magical ritual in order to open the door. And Alvina was about to feed the key to the door to sawed off. You have to stop this.
Whoa, 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 whoa! My friends, those are the keys to unlocking this.
So don't feed it to him.
No.
Okay.
So do feed it to him.
Shut up, Lou.
And you understand how to solve the puzzle. You need to find the 4 enchanted keys, which for some reason in this case appears to be animated body parts. You're not entirely sure what's going on with that one. That's quite the odd aesthetic choice.
Yeah.
You've seen similar arcane locks from back in your day when you did a bit of artificery, touring the artificer schools.
Just
The
face.
wizards like to enchant keys and hide them about where only they know where in order to actually access these powerful runes. But it appears that if you find the 4th enchanted object, the 4th key, assumingly this whatever's supposed to be cradled in this cupped skull of a scarecrow, and stand in the center of the circle in the middle, it will activate and check the 4 keys are in place and then unlock the door.
We have to find the last key. Which,
by the way, guys, I loved how paranoid you were of these scarecrows. It was beautiful.
Well,
Before weird things
It was
in a
caution,
room.
not paranoia.
It was caution.
Yeah, because
Here
the
am I
amount of
just saying.
traps we've been through, and it's the Tower of Death. You don't just walk into a room in the Tower of Death.
One
Here I
does
am
not
just
simply
wondering.
walk into the Tower
Tower
of
of
Death.
Death.
One does not just simply walk through into a new room in the Tower of Death.
I have an idea. So there's one key missing. Alvina's gonna sigh and go, "Who wants to bet money that Junior nicked it?"
Well, unlikely it would be inside the lock. In fact,
Well, the
Junior's
other 3
probably the
were.
one. Yeah, because Junior's been placing them in the lock.
Yeah. So she's betting that Junior's got it, essentially. But I
I
have
was
an
actually
idea.
thinking that it hadn't been placed in yet.
Maybe. But
I
I'm
was
betting Junior
thinking
has it.
because Junior was a prisoner, Junior's brain was going to go in there.
Oh. I've got an idea, though. So I've got a
Wait, Lou, that doesn't make much sense. He wouldn't. If it's locked for the door, how the hell did the person who locked it get out of here in the first place? If they were going to put a new brain in.
I
mean, that doesn't make much sense.
And maybe it's a new installation.
They'd be trapped here too.
This is locked from the outside.
Suppose.
If it was crossing bones.
I haven't. So we need to put the 4 magic lock things into these 4 bits.
The 4 keys into the 4 locks, yes. That's how keys and locks work.
So Alvina is going to go and put the heart back. She's going to put the feet back into that one.
You pick up the broken scarecrow. Dump it in the circle.
She's going to put the large chunk of the eye into its one. And into the brain box, she's going to put the bit of the eye that she chopped off. and look at the door.
You
my,
do so, but nothing happens because you haven't stepped on the activation symbol.
She doesn't know that it needs that bit yet.
my friend, I don't think the eye part is going to work.
Why not?
Because locking mechanism requires 4 items. That is
I mean,
part of one of the parts of the item that locks and points back to where the eye should go. It goes in there. It's a separate item that goes into that. Which,
But we don't. It's the same type of magic, so it might work.
Not
It's
quite.
worth a shot.
Well, if you want to stand in the middle and see.
Oh, is that how you open the door? She's going to stand in the middle.
As you do so, the symbol beneath you begins to glow and light up, and suddenly the bottom right symbol begins to glow as well with this faint yellow, until eventually it glows green at the recognition of the key inside of it. And then the eye begins to also glow yellow, and then again green, because apparently you cut off the end of the key and not the vital important front of the key. I was considering how much of the key do they destroy before the key stops working. At least a third. At least a third of the key has to be gone. And then the broken scarecrow in the top right also begins to grow a faint yellow, and you there's a hesitation for a moment of, will it recognize the broken scarecrow? And it does, because the feet are there. That's all that matters. And then the symbol in the top, not the top right, the top left, and then the top right also begins to grow a faint yellow with the sliver of the eye in it. And unfortunately, the light turns red as you get a slight tingling sensation of magic building up beneath you, but
Move.
nothing damaging, nothing to worry about. But you're pretty sure that, well, you're not even pretty sure, actually. Zormir would probably just built into that. If you fail 3 times, I will shock you.
Well, was worth a try.
Yes, but like I said, there's 4 items to unlock. We need to now find essentially the brain. I have one other problem that I feel we may encounter. We may need to split up a bit.
Nah.
What do you mean? What do you mean, nah?
Always the first rule we learned when we went to the adventure school. Never split up,
Yes.
you die instantly.
I mean, yes, there is that problem, but
We'll be fine. I know a way to deal
But-
with it.
we have now encountered the problem of Junior is wandering around here.
Yeah, betting he wants to get out too.
Yes.
She
And
just
if he
starts
gets
breathing in.
and if he gets out before us, do you think he's going to let us get out?
Oh, why do you think I'm just going to do what I'm about to do?
What?
I'm just going to shout really loudly for Junior to get his ass over here and put the fucking brain in so we can all leave here and we can kill each other later.
Are you saying that before you start doing it?
Yeah.
What makes you think he will cooperate? I mean, his cooperation for helping me fight that death bud was to whine and whinge and get eaten.
I mean, but he
Yeah,
was
but
there.
he'll need us to get back.
Main thing, if we just sit here, eventually the owner of this place is going to come down and just kill all of us. So if we just wait here, we can wait him out, or he can just hurry up and get here. So we're not going to kill him instantly. He's a prick, yeah, but he also wants to get out.
My friend Drax, do you sense anyone else besides us? Since you seem to know when there's people around, as you sensed my friend Alvina as she approached. Anything
What?
from Drax?
Drax is
Drax
silent.
Drax has fallen asleep.
Let me see. I'd have to expand out my consciousness. However, a probing mind works both ways. I felt Alvina's mind because I was probing little by little, and there was no danger of detection or care. After all, I could only go so far with the twisted silver blocking my psionic connections. If I were to expand my mind to search for this Junior, did you refer to him?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a concern that other watching eyes may notice my presence. More specifically, my presence not bound and limited and elsewhere in the dungeon.
Yeah.
I'm more
I can
meaning.
do so, but will probably draw attention if I do from the great spectre at large. I mean, the scary doll.
Mm.
Well, I'm more meaning. Do you feel him within
The confines of
the
the building.
immediate vicinity?
Within
Consider-
the 5 feet? No, he's not here.
Yeah.
Well,
Good to know.
that's something.
Well, Junior, get your ass in here now so we can leave this bloody place. We'll kill you later, but for now, get in here or we'll come search for you or wait you out and we'll all die horribly, including you. That's what she just bellows to the world.
Give me a persuasion check. Or intimidation, your choice actually with that one.
I'd say it's intimidation, honestly, but it's
Yeah.
the same roll. So,
Intimidating persuasion.
yeah. Does she have advantage because it actually makes sense?
It really should be me.
No, if
seeing
anything,
I've
you don't have disadvantage. 'cause it
thaumaturgy.
makes sense.
Okay,
Well, for amateur, you can
I'll take it.
You can cast thaumaturgy on someone.
Can you?
You got a
Yeah.
thaumaturgy to increase my volume as I'm doing this? Because she'd have taken another huge breath, essentially. So you've got a chance, probably.
I would have cast it on
Alvina.
Alvina.
Yeah.
Just to
So that is-
amplify.
So that is very loud, essentially, that.
What if I dumped his charisma? Still haven't actually finalized his stat block yet.
Never. -1!
All right, Junior, your ability to not buckle under pressure certainly came into question there. Oh, right, Jesus Christ, he's shaking in his boots.
It's scary. She said she was going to eat this heart that she found in a dungeon that was still beating.
And the way your voice was projected there.
Yeah. Team effort.
He's an artificer.
Did she
Yeah,
just
and there's
shout
the
yes?
ambulance coming for him.
Yeah.
I've called in backup. Somewhere is called in backup.
He's had a heart attack. He's had a heart attack.
A couple moments go by with silence until eventually you hear a distant echoing voice from the north. What proof do I have that you'll keep your word?
Well, I haven't killed you yet, even though you ditched me, you ass.
Also, do you want to get out of here or not? Let's be honest here.
Also, I don't actually care about you, so if you could unlock the door, that'd be nice.
Okay, but I have some demands first, for my own safety and comfort.
I won't use the garlic steaks on you yet.
Okay, my demands have just updated. I want Zormir and Alvina to leave the room through the left door, or I guess right door from my perspective. If you're looking at me, left door. It's the only other door in the room that isn't freestanding. And I want them to shout when they're back in that weird ramp room. Just to know that I know they're there.
You know I'm not going to stab you. I generally don't care. Zormir is probably a better bet, though. I do agree with that one.
Yes, exactly.
Uh,
I'm willing to leave at least the more harmless members of your party there, To guarantee I won't remove the brain once I'm done, I will open the door, I'll make my escape, you guys can follow after at your own leisure. I feel those are amenable terms.
So you're cool with me staying in the room, right?
I am going to message.
No, you mentioned something about garlic steaks. Get away from me just from the smell.
How about I
He was
give the
talking
garlic
about his
steak...
cooking.
I'm going to message Drax as this is happening.
How about I give the garlic steaks to Zormir?
Since it's a cantrip and I can...
Definitely don't give them to him.
I mean, he won't be in the room.
I still just don't want him having it. Yes, you're messaging Drax.
And I'm just gonna say, can you track him or keep an eye on him, or he's the artificer I was mentioning. I need his information.
Yeah, but only if I gain access to his mind. He has the ability to rebuff me if his cognitive defenses are sufficient. I can attempt to, though, but I'll only get the one chance before he flees.
I'm gonna use message again and continue the conversation and say, appeal to his ego. He believes he is the greatest artificer in our version of Alterra. Maybe you can trick him.
To giving me access to his mind. Does he know what an aboleth is?
He's not very smart.
He's not the brightest artificer in the book. He botched an explosive.
How do you botch a bomb?
I will attempt to, but I make no guarantee.
I hand the garlic.
Very
steak.
few willingly open their minds to me.
Alvina's just got like the blank grinning expression. Vacant self-belief.
Well, believe this conversation and this let's say partnership right now is mutually beneficial to both of us, and it helps me gauge the greater differences. So that is why I was willing to take the chance.
Oh, yes, you didn't exactly have an option. I'm just saying that this vampire, if he is at least aware of my capabilities, would have reason not to want me in his mind. If he's unaware of my abilities, then fair enough, he might open his mind to me.
He doesn't even know you're here.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, he will when I suddenly telepathically communicate with him requesting access.
I walk over and I hand all the steaks to Zormir.
Okay, what are these?
They are 10 wooden steaks about a foot long, and they smell very distinctly of garlic.
Oh, what kind of... Are you...
They were presents.
My friends, I don't know if garlic actually works on these vampires.
He doesn't like it.
Yes, but I think that's probably a preference.
Eh?
I don't know. I've never seen...
If it works on this vampire, I don't care if it works on all the others. But here you go. Also, I just want to point out, you can get a line of sight from the ramp through the room, so just leave the doors open and shoot him if he looks like he's being bad.
I know. But I have... And I'll use the wire, and so I have other plans in motion.
Okay.
Appeal to the damn idiot's ego and help Drax. If you can.
I can concuss him. Does that count?
No.
Okay, then I can't help.
He's not going to cooperate.
Well, you just start walking through there, and we'll get him. Okay, you just start walking through, and then I'll just shout for him to get in now.
I think I'll relay the plan to everyone with the wire and just okay, Junior, I will leave. I've been handed these god awful smelling steaks.
You have no palate.
But I shall leave for now.
Now, Junior, get your ass in here now before I get cross.
I'm just going to move into this far corner and just hold a cantrip.
And he's gonna like point directly at the ground like a disapproving mother.
I'm actually gonna just stand in a steady sort of position on the ramp with the gun pointed down towards the.
I'm glad you figured out exactly what I was asking you to do, because that's exactly what I was hoping you'd do.
I'm gonna hold a cantrip as well.
Okay. What trigger for the both of you?
Mine's for when Junior comes into the room.
Yeah, fair. Gwen?
It's open.
What's open?
No, I'm just holding a cantrip in the corner, waiting for Junior to come in.
So they're both when he gets in.
What is the trigger?
The trigger is if he after opening the door, if he tries to take any key with him.
Okay. Because when you guys are doing held actions, there has to be a trigger.
Yeah, it's just if he's if he's turning back on his word, if he's being a shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fucky's gonna stand here because it needs to be fairly close.
Yeah. Alvin is standing there and just keeping the pose of just disapproving parent pointing at floor. With one hand
Junior
on a hip.
peeks around the corner, looking into the room. Alvina and Lou, are you guys where you want to be on the map? Move yourselves if you don't, just so I can know if Junior is actually seeing anyone right now.
She'd be like standing, I guess, here. She wants to be seen, like very.
Because as you can imagine, Junior is going to be very fucking cautious here.
Yeah.
He does not trust any of you.
Good.
He peeks in and sees Alvina and possibly the edge of Lou as he calls down. And more importantly, Alvina, as you look up, you can actually see him popping around. And as he's kind of moving half his body into view, you can see that cradled in his arm is this weird spaghetti-like brain that seems to have almost a brain made of tentacles that are ever so slightly writhing.
Ooh.
As he looks down at you, and Zormir is gone. Yes.
Yeah, he's over that way.
Where's the rest of your party? There was another one. Fuck you and a Steve.
Oh, Steve died horrifically. Fuck you is just in the corner.
Oh, I see. My condolences for Steve.
Steve. Get in there now.
Technically, he's MIA.
Oh, Alvina's convinced he's dead. No, that's the thing.
Okay.
Alvina's the one talking, and she's convinced he's dead.
Who was Steve?
The dead one.
Wait, which corner did you say "fuck you" was in?
The corner.
Which
Now,
corner?
come on, move.
No. Which?
You're right as you come in.
Let's have a look.
Oh, Alvina just says to the right.
Wait, which corner?
The right corner.
Why?
What? Why does he do anything? You've met him.
I'm just saying, with my 14 wisdom check, I seem like this might be suspicious.
He turns into a gorilla and ate your machine. Why does he do anything?
Wait, that was fuck you?
You only just figured that out?
I've been a little distracted. We're in an alternative reality, from what I can tell.
Nah, we're still in Alterra.
An alternative Alterra, then?
It's still Alterra. Totally counts.
Alvina's still within range. I'm gonna message her. What the fuck's going on?
She doesn't respond. She's too busy just going, come on, move in now. And she just snaps her fingers and pointing at
Give me another intimidation check here. See if you can override that wisdom check to be cautious.
Can I get a thaumaturgy buff?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is actually giving me, but... 15.
Fair 15 still beats the 14.
Yeah.
As overriding his cautiousness, just wanting to kind of get over it, he eventually moves into the room, and as he peeks around the corner, looking directly at Fukyu with Fukyu, what cantrip were you holding? What's he actually seeing here? Because it'll be in your hands.
Garlic summon.
Summon
Loaf of garlic bread.
But he moves into the room as he kind of looks at you, effectively thingying your trigger. Would you like to utilize it? You actually get the option of whether or not you want to follow through in the held action or not. Fukyu, are you there?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Holding prestidigitation, points at his head and makes it smell like garlic.
It was summon garlic.
Yeah, that was my plan. I was holding prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Let's give him a wisdom. Ooh, extra proficiency in wisdom saves.
We're
Okay.
just pieces of shit.
What you are. I assume a 10 doesn't make your DC of whatever spellcasting DC you have is.
No.
You have spellcasting DC?
He's a bard.
Yeah.
Bards have one.
Oh, yeah. Because you're so roguelike, I forget. You are a bard. You
Yeah.
have spells.
Fuck you's completely bard. He's not rogue at all.
Yeah. If you cast any other spells, this is our game.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
cast a few spells.
Polymorph, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm polymorphed.
That makes sense. As you do so, Junior freaks out and drops the brain and starts clutching at his head. Ow! What have you done? What is this? What is?
Fuck
Just
you's
clutching
gonna
at
bend
his-
over and pick up the brain.
Oh God! What is that smell? Oh, it's on my nostrils on fire.
It's gonna pick
You
up
all-
the brain and just literally walk away.
Yeah. You have no palate either. We've already established this. Why do people hate garlic? Seriously.
Fuck you's gonna shrug.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he looks to his left where there's a giant floating tentacle monster. He just looks back without commenting. Okay, right.
He's seen
Looks
weirder.
over. Looks over a never seen before centaur.
Gwen waves with the other hand.
Remember that one.
Hey.
All right, you've got the brain. As per our agreement, place the brain in the scarecrow and let's get the hell out of this madhouse.
Agree on that point.
Fuck you's gonna turn around and go, 1 sec. Zoom here!
No, that's not part of the deal. Zomar stays there.
Lou's at this point. Lou's going to try and charm Person Junior.
Isn't he?
Unfortunately, he is a monster, and also
You'd
I'm
have
pretty
to
sure
use
immune charm.
Charm monster.
I actually don't think charm person specifically requires humanoids, but I think vampires. do anyway.
It's a humanoid.
Is it actually okay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, charm person because it's low level.
I thought it was
Need
charm.
that
You can
on
charm
everyone.
anything, but like most things are immune to charm if they're wanting to be charmed, or are immune to it if they don't have a language and things like that. Errol, get off. Go on.
No, yeah, that's charm monstrosity.
Ah, okay.
Eh,
I don't use the charm spells ever, actually. So
a round would go and I get to about there.
okay, let's open this door.
It's not like he can smell you anymore.
Well, you coming?
So, fuck you goes over and puts the brain in the
Brain
head.
hole.
Or at least, he kind of like basketball shots it because he's.
As you're
3
doing so, you can
points.
see that Junior is incredibly tense. You know, he seems to be on edge. All his muscles are flexed, and his eyes are wide, kind of waiting. Seems to be almost gripping his teeth a little bit.
Oh, buck up.
And I want to point the wire towards him and message Junior.
All right.
I can't kill you right now. I need some information.
You've got an arm.
That's
full of
that's all
wooden
he
stake.
that's all he gets. I have left the wooden stakes back there.
No, my
I'm
stake. It's
leaving.
fine. I can make more.
I'm leaving them back there because I gave up on the smell.
You just
I mean,
you put
I
them
mean,
in the
as soon-
soup.
Yeah, as soon as you walk in here, it's gonna smell like garlic anyway.
So I've just pointed the wire and message him in his head so he hears that.
All right, fair. He does so. He just kind of still intently staring at all of you, waiting for somebody to attack him. Seems very paranoid.
As if we would.
I mean, Alvina would be very tempted to, but she actually said she wouldn't kill him immediately.
Then audibly you hear Dormir say, "Okay, if it'll make you feel better, I will hand my rifle to..."
Me?
Whoever's closest.
I don't care. Just open the door so we can get out of here.
Lou is actually already standing on the trigger, so
As you just place the brain in, suddenly Lou just standing there looks up. What activates the entire button?
I never did nothing.
As the doors magically begin to swing open, and you can see a swirling purple vortex.
sweet.
Well, this is ah! As he dashes for the door. You'll never take me alive!
I'm gonna grab him on the way past.
As you do so, he begins swirling his cloak around him and transforms into mist as he slips through your fingers and starts bolting for it.
Sacred flame goes off because he's doing something dodgy.
Yeah, that's
She was-
fair.
Honestly, she was just gonna grab him and then let him go. Honestly, she's gonna grab him, go.
I'm guessing you were
Me.
just because you were grabbing the character as well. You grabbed the name, or was that intentional? Did you intend to grab the feet?
Oh, I didn't.
Right. Appeared to have his regular 18 hit points, so
I didn't even click.
Because I saw the
Just
yellow
flame.
feet name just going whoop 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 whoop.
Feet.
I guess he's a +9.
It wasn't me.
23 to dodge and mist form. So
Yeah,
it
makes
does
sense.
not affect his stats. But yes, Junior turns into mist and just bolts for that door and evaporates through the swirling purple vortex.
It's always fun messing with him. Anyway, shall we leave?
As you're thinking about that, Drax contacts, telepathically communicates with Zormir. At last, he would not budge for any of my taunts. He does seem to be aware of what I am. I tried to forcefully enter his mind, but he rebuffed me with a 23.
That's what that roll was. Worth a try.
We will. I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
unfortunately, he's got some decent wisdom save.
Yeah, he's
I'm sure.
vampire.
I'm sure if you want to stick around, we might get another opportunity.
Oh, he always keeps popping up.
We can't seem to get rid of the little cockroach.
Anyway, so
Only
we're
one
going?
cockroach in Alterra.
Okay, this is different Alterra. He's the new Alterra's cockroach instead of Millig.
He's nothing like him.
He's nowhere near as tough as Millig the Roach.
Yeah. He's trying for the title that this hero I heard of called Millig gained. Roach of Alterra.
The Roach of Alterra. Legendary Millig Hammerfist. The legendary green tea. I think there was an M in there, but I can't remember.
The green tea?
No, it's the green team.
The M
The
is
M silent.
The M is invisible.
A group called the Green Tea. They were quite formidable. Legendary.
Saved the universe
I-
by
we only
mocking something.
we only know vague sort of stories of it. We're
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna-
maybe saved the universe. We don't know what from, but they saved it.
They did something.
Yeah,
That's how the songs go.
yeah. They hated doors, or at least one of them did.
Yes,
Apparently.
as you all step through the vortex, you come out into the still floored tower entrance with what appears to be an unmoving,
Star.
inanimate, mechanical beholder hovering above the red door to the north, and the destroyed mimic door to the south still lying open, letting the cold in.
Okay, let's bolt.
Alvina is already out the door. Alvina is already out the door and like over here somewhere.
As you do so, you catch a faint sight of, is that mist rising into the air, fleeing for its life? Yes, you think it is.
If as
you
she
move
sees
me.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's Lou. Sorry, I clicked my name. Boom. Lou is back here somewhere. But yeah, Alvina's gonna go chase it like a freaking terrier. She's gonna just jump for the mist and try and grab it just to freak him out even more.
How far up is it?
He's only had like a round or two on you guys while you were
And she's
chatting.
faster than him. And she's faster than him.
But to be fair, he is rising because he's floating.
Because
Yeah.
my range is 100 feet and maximum of 360.
Yeah, Alvina's just trying to mess with him. She's not actively trying to hurt him, but she's gonna like full tilt run and jump as high as she can get when she gets to it.
That's fair. With a bit of leverage, you can probably find like a wall to quickly run up and just about get closer to him. Because as he starts to rise and get over the rubbled walls everywhere.
Does she hear us?
Romeo, you hear nothing, but the mist kind of seems to almost do a little verbal shake in the air, a little zoinks.
Zoinks! Yeah, that's what she wanted. That's exactly what she was aiming for.
Zormir, you can probably get one hit off before he's lost to sight just by the sheer amount of rubble and walls in this place.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah, go for it. Might as well give him a little kick on the way out. What is this normally?
But I don't care about the actually hitting him. I'm shooting above him.
Normal vampires
fair.
actually
So
don't
it's
have
not
like-
really aiming to hit him. I'm just going to fire above.
It's just a
You do
warning shot.
Oh yeah, you want to do a warning shot. You get incredibly close because his AC was 16, and just deliberately missed by like a few centimeters.
Yeah.
Zormir's a stormtrooper.
And basically he glare at him like, why the hell are you?
We'll get you next time. She has this psychotic grin that she has.
As Drax begins flying out of the door behind you and telepathically out in the open, speaks. All right, well, let's get the hell out of here before Cross notices my absence. Run, get the hell out.
Yep.
We're free.
Everyone run.
Alvina is moving.
So I'm guessing everyone.
Full 90 feet a turn.
Yes,
Better than my 80.
has your presence gone unnoticed? By sheer fate or coincidence, has Cross realized the absence of their prisoners or the commotion outside their doors? There's only one way to find out.
Tune in
What?
next
You
week,
need-
folks.
Oh, we're not there yet.
I know.
You need a higher than a 10 on the fate roll. There's a 50-50 chance of him having spotted you and chasing you.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
12!
And as you flee, you appear to be in the clear. The beholder doesn't animate. The mechanically just hovers there, resting. You feel no psychic screams in your ears as Drax is just swimming, sprinting through the air. I'm out of here.
Oh, fireworks are going off.
I think that's this one.
Yes, it is. I can see Stonehenge.
Yes. As you begin flying past the twisted silver gates, blocking off these pools of fog behind it, who knows what's going on there?
Yeah, imagine
No-
Gwen.
Gwen.
I imagine Gwen, Alvina, and probably Drax. I imagine he's pretty quick. Are like a good chunk ahead of the rest of the party.
Mhm.
I've only got 30 feet.
Is Drax's movement?
Yeah, Alvina's base movement
40.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, so Drax would be with Gwen, and Alvina's like gaining speed even ahead of her because she's a little bit faster because she's 45 base. Barbarian Wood Elves, everybody.
But as you bolt down this little alleyway with its massive 4 gates on 2 to either side, you can still see the twisting, strange creatures and shapes inside the mist, obscured behind these twisted silver gates. As you bolt down, you eventually make it to what's effectively the Tower of Death's courtyard. These massive stone henge-like constructs and this little crop of trees growing along the inner rubble walls. As you're able to get out and back onto the outside the area of control for the Tower of Death. You have escaped the horror that is Cross and Bones.
Alvina's not stopping until it gets to like here.
Yep. I would agree.
And she's gonna wait. She's gonna wait for everybody still jogging on the spot, probably.
Yes, and we're probably somewhere like there or something by the time they're there.
By the time Gwen and Drax get there.
What's Alvina's top with a dash?
90.
So 90 with a dash.
For you, yeah.
Oh, in that case, I would have got there way before you.
Oh, do you have another speed boosty thing?
160 with a dash.
Oh, you've got 80 in base. Nice.
Because he's sent.
Centaurs only have 40 base. He's got something that doubles it. Hooves, the little what are they called? The
Horseshoes of speed.
That's the one. Yeah, it was like it couldn't go at any. Best item for a centaur, honestly.
And then I've got mobile on top of that as well, just to make it even out. That's a base speed of 80.
Yeah.
So yeah, 160 then.
I was. Shouldn't it be 200 then? Because I thought the horseshoes doubled your movement.
No, they don't.
Oh, do they not? I thought they did.
No, unfortunately, just increases it by 30 feet.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So you're the fastest out of them.
Yeah. I'll get there not too long behind you.
God.
You get accelerated past, like.
Are you want to be back there, Ben, or are you?
Didn't notice the map had changed. Yeah, moved there. Because he's only got the 60-foot dash.
Yeah, both. 3 of us are dashing in, like, catch up. Holy
You guys good?
Holy
Yeah,
balls! You
Let me catch breath.
We survived. We survived.
Yeah.
I know you're extremely fast. My new friends, but unfortunately,
Dash for 3,900 feet.
I am. I am not one of the shifters with the
Yeah, you're what, a cow?
There's better speed.
You're a cow, yeah.
I'm.
It takes 25 rounds to outpace everyone.
Unfortunately, more sturdy individual.
I'm actually going to calculate something. Yeah, Gwent can run at 18.18 miles an hour. At full
The
tilt.
rest of you, 73 rounds, so 7.5 minutes. After Gwent's 2.5 minutes. 5 minutes later, you catch up.
Yeah, I'm 50% faster than the party is. So I get not too bad, but I mean it's still fresh though. She's fit.
Nice. Let's take 5 seconds, and then we can do a little exploration afterwards. 5-second break.
Okay.
Hey. Yeah, honestly, I'm like, god damn, when you picked Centaur for Gwen, because if Alvina died, I was gonna play a Centaur, and I was gonna have the hooves, the horseshoes as well.
Like you said, just the absolute best thing to go for.
It's so good.
Only problem you're going to have when it comes to ladders.
I mean, I can pick him up. Is the thing though.
Eventually, I will attach some wings to them or something.
Add the
That or you just got some incredible upper body strength.
It's just it reduces your speed to like 5 feet on ladders or something. It's pretty brutal, but you're not too bad.
We just need
It's fine.
to
It means my
we
back.
just
I've got.
we just need to use levitate on you. Up you go, horse elevator.
Or just find some like boots, like some kind of spider climb thing, like woo.
Yep. Just climb up.
There's a cloak of that actually. There's a cloak that gives you spider climb. So that'd be pretty cool. It's
Is it
literally
not
like a spider.
boots?
No, there's a cloak which is like the cloak of the spider or something like that, which gives you spider climb.
Oh, Cloak of Arachnidia.
Yeah, it's that one. It gives you spider climb a bunch of other things.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
because it's like a legendary cloak, isn't it?
it's a rare one, I think. I can't remember what exactly it is. Spider cloak. Cloak of Arachnidia is one.
I think I can do spider climb.
Yeah, it gives you resistance to poison, climbing speed equal to walking speed, up and down across. It gives you spider climb. Can't be caught in webs, and you can web things.
I think if I prep, I can use spider climb on you.
It's a very rare item. That was it. I finally found the actual where it was telling me. I found what it did. I couldn't find the rarity.
Yep.
It's a good item though. If you've got like the spare slot, it's a good one. It's just there's other things which are better. Is the problem, but it gives you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, if I prep the spell at the start of the day, I can give you spider climb if we really need to get you up something.
It's also fine.
Or I just ran away.
Yeah.
Because Gwen's a centaur, if Alvina dies, I'm gonna be essentially realize I'm playing a Disney villain next, and I'm really happy. My next character,
You going to Ursula?
No,
Are you going Gaston?
No, Gaston would be funny. No, what's his name? Pylon? Is that his
Hades?
name? No, the freaking snow leopard in Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
No
Right,
idea.
Xiaolong, something like that.
You said Disney film.
Is
That's
he not
DreamWorks.
Disney? Pixar? DreamWorks.
Yes,
How
DreamWorks.
dare you?
I consider DreamWorks to be Disney, alright?
I think DreamWorks.
It
is
won't
probably
be long till Disney gets them.
They probably do own them.
I think they do.
They probably do own them
Alright, I
already.
am back.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try out the Dragon Monk.
It's the segment down here revealed. You haven't gone down this yet. Here you go. This could be covered up. Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
I think you were doing that
alright.
from like just the passive vision range of Alvina. You were just like putting stuff ahead.
Where would the party like to go?
This way.
It's also been like you had a rest. You went back in the morning, so it's like midday. I think this is the first time you're actually being out in midday again. As you look up at the sky, you notice that it's still got this very faint whisper of a blue to it. You can still see the destroyed ruins of the astral sea beyond it, no longer blocked by skylight that you would normally see at home. The sky here incredibly thin, incredibly wispy. It's the slight paleness, so there's still some sort of skylight up there giving a gentle glow, so there is still daylight, but it's incredibly thin. You can see through it, and as you are looking through it, you notice massively, like a giant moon off in the distance, are these glimmering crystal walls. This massive, just almost stopper, multi-leveled rainbow hovering in the sky.
Neat.
Is that what you're on about where the Arcanites have healed themselves off?
Yes, that would be the Rainbow Wall. The barrier between this realm and the Rainbow Plains. The heart of the cosmos.
I'm holding back a Skittles joke.
I'll give you this tidbit for free. Some say that within the heart of those walls lie the root of all magic. The knot of the weave as it waxes and wanes. It is said the Arcanites clawed the very heart of magic and sealed it away in the Rainbow Plane so that none may tamper with it. But who knows if that's true anymore? It's
Wonder if
been
it's
thousands of years.
Wonder if it's edible.
Bloody hell, woman. You'd eat.
Well, you can try and taste the rainbow.
You'd eat a mountain if it was edible.
I'll try.
Do you...
Everything's edible if you believe it.
Gwent, Drax, you'll have a bit more knowledge of the terrain, and pointing in the general direction of where the airship is. Is there something we should be worried about in going in this direction?
Everything.
Trax just lifts up his tentacles and gives you a little tentacle shrug.
I kind of figured as much since you were down there for quite some time.
Well, I've been locked in that tower for decades.
Fucky's going to point back to this way.
Arguably not a long time for how long my species lives, but it was still really boring.
I get that.
I can
Yeah,
understand.
Fucky's going to point back this way and say, "Know anything about hydras and nothics?"
Chimera.
You mean
Oh,
chimeras?
chimeras. Yeah.
Yes, I read your brain. No, I'm kidding. You didn't give me access. I read Alvina's brain, though. That one's just a blank slate.
Yep.
Nothics, a decent amount. Quite a lot, actually. They're a sibling race to mine. Chimeras, I know the basics, but they're an underling of the dragon kind, and I know a decent amount about dragons themselves, but I didn't care to pay attention to their underlings.
Yeah. Well, we can walk and talk, and you can tell me how to raise this little dragon.
Oh yes, that I do know, but we're gonna want to be somewhere safer. You say you're looking for your ship, right?
Yeah.
Well, you
Yes.
need a ship to get off this continent, so let's start there. I
Okay.
don't know where better to be.
Awesome. Alvina, it is this direction, right? So Alvina's going to start just
Yes,
walking.
goes to the northeast.
Yeah, Alvina's going to start walking.
I'm hoping I can fix the damn thing.
As she's looking well ahead, so basically, vision until there's a barrier. There's a barrier.
You can see around the rocks.
I can see around the rocks, but I can't see, like, around the actual corner.
But no.
Do I notice anything about the rocks? Are they going to attack us violently?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, jeez.
It's
Can
worth
you see-
checking.
Can you see the details of
Yes.
them breathing?
Yeah, it's fine detail, as you can see, so.
6.
Can- Are they ropers? Are they going to
21!
Oh!
You see nothing of discern there. They appear to just be a little small avalanche that's come down from partway up the wall and are now just cluttered in the area.
Cool. Don't see anything moving in the rocks or
No,
anything.
nothing.
Cool. She's gonna keep walking with confidence.
You do so, nothing happens.
Cool.
You can hear a faint wind just whistling through the massive rubble walls.
Ooh.
Just because you'll be looking up and down.
Yeah, she would be, yeah.
Someone's just got to do direct line of sight for you.
Yep. The map isn't big enough to actually confine her vision, so...
Yeah, I made the squares like 30 feet, but even then, not enough.
Yeah. An actual
fair.
mile is a great stat line to have as vision.
But as you come near the rocks, nothing jumps out of you. You are safe. Probably because the DM has done all his random encounters already. You got them all at the beginning somehow.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Just
Give it.
trying to keep up with the damn... God damn it, woman!
Gwen just trotting behind. What? This isn't even half my movement.
Yeah, this is normal movement speed.
This is taking it slow. Relax.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you.
The others are just wheezing at the back of the spellcast. Of the non-sectorian spellcaster.
Accused.
Drax is just humming a rhythm in deep speech that's creeping everyone the fuck out.
Alvina probably likes it. Alvina and Lou probably like it.
I understand it. I speak deep speech.
You really?
Yes.
What's a good aberrational nursery rhyme?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Probably something about torturing the noids or something.
It'd be. Is there a brain
No,
song?
aberrations don't care about torture. They care about ideas.
Is it the? No, not that song.
Song of.
Wait, it's Halloween in a couple of days. It's spooky, scary skeletons.
He's having spooky, scary skeletons.
Skeletons.
He's imagining it's you get ideas of skeletons of are skeletons alive inside flesh? Are people just suits for skeletons? All of this in a childlike nursery rhyme with very disturbing undercurrent ideas.
Virtually, his army's probably hurt this one.
Ideas of
and it's an
what happens
earworm.
if you animate a skeleton while it's still in a living person?
I want to do that now. Don't give me these ideas.
I believe I've had this one. The undead cult came up with it. The deep.
Lou starts sweating.
No, I'm speaking in deep speech to
Oh,
Drax.
I thought it's like the word cult happens and Lou just starts sweating.
His ears prick up. It's like, cult.
I don't understand the rest of it. Hey, what the hell are those?
It would have been in deep speech, so only people who speak it would understand.
Alvina, as you're
It
passing the
translates
walls, you
the
can
same.
hear a slight vibration coming from deep within them.
The walls are shaking.
A
She
little
steps
rumble.
away
Not
from
enough,
the
not
wall.
enough to like be a danger or to dislodge anything, but a slight purring from within the walls.
The wall's purring. There's a cat in it.
As long as they're not buzzing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not more beats.
Oh, this is a path. Okay, I thought that was like a bat.
it's-
She wouldn't have walked quite that far forward if she'd seen that. Okay,
I don't.
left or right?
I don't.
I see
know if-
legs here, which is kind of suspicious. But
So, still in deep speech to Drax. I do understand why you came up with a blank slate scanning Avina's mind.
it's just food, dance moves, and murder.
Because she believes a cat is in the walls.
Why wouldn't there be a cat in the wall?
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Nodding his entire body up and down. Ah, yes. Well, she's not far off, is she?
If
No.
it fits, it sits.
They are quite cat-like.
Suppose. still in deep speech still, so you don't understand.
I think by any chance he can see through the wall and knows what's on the other side of it. But Alvina just hears purring. Goes, cat. Must be a cat.
Cat. Must be a cat.
Avina.
Well,
Speaking of
somebody had
cats, what am
something that allowed them to see through walls.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Look through the wall.
I don't.
Do
I
you not?
did.
Oh, you got
I-
rid of it, didn't you?
Yes. Because it wasn't going to be that handy.
I said it was going to be very handy. Don't tell me this time. It was the others that convinced you away from it.
I convinced him away from it because
Yeah.
it's very
Who knows?
situational based.
I said get rid of the underwater one for agonizing blast.
Yeah, I did that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought keep the other one because the other one can be really good. I mean, he's going to look around this corner. Yeah, agonizing blast is just amazing.
Yeah. Can you warlock without it?
Very poorly.
Actually, you would not be able to see quite that far, given angles.
The corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think agonizing blast should just be part of the parcel of the damn picking.
It's not because there are ways to get cantrips from warlock without being a warlock.
Hmm.
And that's the reason. Otherwise, if it's that, it's better than every other cantrip in existence.
Overpowered.
It's a bit broken. You need at least a few levels in Warlock to get it, otherwise.
Part of leveling up as a warlock, maybe then.
Yeah, it's worth getting like 2. I think it's 2 levels in Warlock if you're going to. But yeah, anyway. So this way. See, Alvina goes to the other party members. There's a wall cat.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, this which way would be more in the northeasterly direction that we were leave the airships in?
Well, it's top right. So whatever you believe the quickest way to the top right
Yeah,
side
but
of the map
do we
is.
believe that circles round?
We can check. And there might be loot here.
I think
There's a
Maybe.
poor innocent cat stuck in a wall.
Yes.
She...
visibly face palms and goes, "Oh God, what the hell is wrong with?"
What is wrong with it? You know me. You know I'm like this.
Can Gwen just go to here to see any further up that way?
It's the person with actually restricted vision.
I don't know. See, you have regular vision.
God damn it, woman, get over here and
There you go. Yes, you see more dirt ground with stone walls.
No cats.
Okay.
No cat. No war cats.
Can you see an entrance to the cat village
Not yet.
from your side?
Not yet. We probably have to go. I imagine there's like a door on the other side, right?
we're not looking for a damn cat village, we're looking for the airship. What is wrong
Have
with you?
The cats might have seen the airship, and I can ask them. She actually can.
It's whether they want to answer.
Yeah, she actually can do speak with animals.
Is
Oh.
Gwent, is there any cat races
You mean tabaxi?
that you know of in this area?
Good point.
Yeah, but
You know what taxis are.
Yeah.
have you heard of any cat people hiding around here? Because apparently the noise are very rare here now. Why would they purr and make themselves well noticed?
I did walk right up to the wall. I'm just assuming it's my elven hearing.
Yeah.
We're just gonna sneak around so she doesn't spook the cats when she finds them.
Ooh, fuck you. Have you got any thoughts on the matter?
Fuck you too.
Lou, fuck you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lou, you know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, you told me to fuck me. Anyway,
The entire
what?
purpose of this campaign is to mess with Zormir. It's amazing. There's no entrance over here. It must be the other way. She runs back and goes over here.
If there's no entrance, shouldn't we go that side then, so we don't, get savaged by something?
Well, we can ask them if they've seen the airship or any other danger. Since if there's a village, they live here.
But they're friendly cats. They wouldn't savage us.
And if they do savage us and they are sentient, then there's loot.
After you from a long way back, then.
Okay.
I do not get this woman. Why did I hire her?
You didn't hire me.
Well,
I kind of showed up, and you guys have been putting up with me.
I'm going to get to a position where I can sort of cover her with the gun.
Yeah. Is there a door here?
Oh, no, you have to get in line of sight of it first.
Am I not in line of sight? I thought I was. It doesn't
you
look
see
like there's anything blocking
curving.
from her. Okay, she'll go there.
There does seem to be a bit more porous rock there.
Ah! There's pumice here. Can take it for bath time.
While the rest of the stone around you appears to be very solid, like granite and slab stone. As you get over here, the stone appears to be more fickle, more chalk-like, more porous, like a very fine, like a sponge or a very fine cheese,
Ah.
or like a kind of like that arrow texture, that kind of bubbly texture.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, okay. It is pumice. It's chalk pumice. Coast? Yeah, pumice.
Pumice.
Thomas?
Not hummus.
Hummus. It's hummus. It's pumice.
Pumice.
Thomas?
Yeah, it's not pumice, it's pumice.
Okay.
It's not the food. It's not the dip.
Yeah, it's not dip. I don't like pumice. I don't know hummus, not pumice. I like pumice. I don't like hummus. Damn it.
Yay! Confusion!
Fuck you's the bard.
Yeah. I do not have to be eloquent. I have to hit things and talk to cats and.
Other animals.
Okay.
For fuck's
Coast
sake.
is clear. There's more of that oil stuff over here.
Stop wandering off so far.
She's going to step back here just so that the oil monsters don't attack her immediately. And goes, well, I think the cat village is there. So do you want me to figure out how to talk to animals and knock on the door and see if they've seen where our airship is?
Why are you asking me? I don't know. This place is just as mystery to me as it is to you. I don't know if they're going to be friendly. I don't know if they're even annoyed. They might just end up biting your damn head off. Your obsession with loot is going to end up getting us killed at some point.
Probably. But if we don't die, we get loot.
I mean, that's fair. If you don't die, you get loot.
So yeah,
Logic-
Alfie,
You can't fault the logic.
you can't fault her logic.
I can't fault. I can.
You can fault a lot of things, but not her logic.
I can fault her planning.
Yes. Alvina just has a beginning point and an ending point. The beginning point is get, and the end point is loot, and there's nothing in between.
Can we at least wait for everyone else to catch up?
Oh, sure, I've got to cast it first.
And I'll message back to Lou telling him everyone to hurry up and catch up with this insane woman.
Alvina's going to use her barbarian casting, which actually is a thing, to cast Speak with Animals, which I believe takes it's a ritual cast, so I think it takes 10 minutes, but she's going to do it.
Some of us can catch our breath then.
Yeah. Her tattoos start just glowing. And she's doing like flashing on and off.
Slap her in the back, make them solid.
Her,
They're not working properly.
her router's disconnecting.
Right for
Just
the
a
solid light.
Just to download.
Yes, to phone up tech support. If I interrupt her with message, she might forget what she's doing.
Switch
Yes,
her
yes,
off and then back on again.
Glad I learned to block people out. I don't know if she's any good at it. Let's try. Alvina!
She punches you in the dick.
I'm not standing anywhere near you.
She takes a swing at you then, in your direction of your voice. Probably punching into the rock, because I imagine she's leaning up against the wall to do this.
Yes, she's not quite massive to ignore.
Yeah, if nothing attacks us in those 10 minutes, she's going to basically have Speak with Animals on.
Nothing attacks you in those 10 minutes.
Yay! She's going to walk up to the chalk and just knock and go, hello, anybody in there? Cat people?
As you do so, your hand kind of pushes through it, even from the pressure. It seems to kind of be brittle and kind of crumbles away at even the slightest touch.
I'm very sorry about your door.
I'm sorry about your door. If it was even indeed a door.
You can now that you're closer, you can actually hear a bit more of the buzzing, the purring from within. A bit more of the rumble. It appears to be something almost wriggling and writhing within the rock itself.
Oh
Uh,
god, it's some kind of big beast, isn't it?
It's bugs of some description. She doesn't particularly care about bugs, so she's gonna have to.
Either that or we've interrupted something we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, even
But
worse.
nothing
Does
seems to react to your actual presence there. Nothing reacts to you kind of crumbling away this outer layer of this swish rock.
She actually is using speak with animals, by the way, the spell.
Yeah, it's fine. These guys
Does
don't have a
anything?
language.
Yeah,
No.
but I see. But neither does. That's what speak with animals doesn't need a language. It needs it to. What's it? Actually, speak with animals thing. Give me a sec.
I mean, they don't have sentience, so if it requires sentience, I'm
It
not quite
doesn't
sure what
because
you
it's
get of
speak
this.
with animals.
That's
If
fair.
it's an animal, it works. Comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. Is it a beast, basically? If it counts as
Yeah,
a beast, it
great.
works.
Yeah, they're going to be a mix of beast and construct, but yes, they would
Yeah.
technically fall into both.
Then I can comprehend
yeah, it
anything
should
they
work.
say and verbally, and they understand what I say.
And you can understand them, you said.
Yeah, I can comprehend everything they say, and they can talk to me, and I can talk to them.
As you kind of peer your ear, give me a perception check just for a listening check here. See how
Okay.
much you can comprehend. Okay. You're able to
21.
21.
He's gonna get in 21.
As you kind of press your ear, just hovering next to this Swiss rock, you start to be able to make out the actual some form of verbalization between whatever these creatures are. There appears to be a swarm of them, or some sort of hive of them. They're small and wriggling. They're almost like earthworms, but they seem to be devouring something else within the rock itself. They seem to be talking and communicating with each other about directing resources to the queen, the brood mother, and forming tunnels and bridges and crisscrossing, kind of ideas about how to actually form their colony structure.
That.
We found the ants that
Yeah,
we were
she's just
talking
gonna go-
about earlier.
They're just. Oh yeah, they are. It's those ants. They're ants. Apologies. Never mind then. And she's actually saying this in general, and they can understand her. We'll leave you to it. Have a pleasant day, and hope your queen does very well. And she's going to turn around and leave. They're ants.
Okay.
They respond fashionably because I actually have no idea how an ant would respond to that.
For the queen!
We're getting
I've
to the limit of my knowledge.
I've seen the ant movies. They're just like for the queen, and just like very respectful if you're like talking good about the queen, I guess.
For the queen!
Long live the queen.
Yeah, they just start.
Long live the brood mother!
They just start springing out. It's like God save the queen.
They reply back, may you multiply and prosper.
Unless you're being threatening towards the colony, I think most ants don't respond with violence.
We don't appear to be food in the immediate sense, and we're not going to attack them. So
we ain't food, we ain't hostile.
Yeah. So we just
Not
leave after
currently, anyway.
diplomacy with the ants worked, guys.
For once,
once.
diplomacy works. Because diplomacy was used.
Diplomacy was attempted, so it actually worked. Is this the same oil, by the way, that we saw previously?
Yes, it is a little bit even deeper than previously, where it was like 1.5 feet. This one's going up to 3 feet as you kind of look into the deeper edge of the pool.
So fuck you goes in there, he's gonna drown.
I mean, if Gwent's fine with it, he would ask to ride on his back.
This isn't a sexual thing, is it?
No, I'm small. You're not.
It's 3 feet. It's 3 feet deep, and he's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, but I've heard stuff about goblins.
That's very true.
That's very goblin-esque of you.
Yeah, that's racist.
Not inaccurate though. Let's be honest.
I believe some of the goblins have
Unionized.
become quite good artificers or potion makers. I heard about
bards.
And bards, as you can see.
I say to fuck you in goblin. Okay, but ride backwards so if something comes up behind us, you can kill it.
Alright.
What did the swamp monsters not like again? I remember we did actually find out what they didn't like. They loved fire. I remember that. They loved fire. I remember them not liking something that we hit them with, but I don't remember what it was.
No, can't think.
I think it was just they were in
Was it ice?
general okay with
Was it not radiant?
everything else.
I remember. No, I think I remember something like that. We found that we were vulnerable to something that we had.
Did you hit them with a true strike, Neil?
It might have been True Strike.
No, don't think I did. Because
that's the only way we'd found out.
I don't think I was in range.
I think we hit him with something because a few of us have magic.
Unfortunately, I don't have any.
No, I wasn't in range.
Ah, well.
And
Unfortunately, I don't have any magic. I only have a gun. Now.
Well, you remember what we did. Keep eye out for swamp monsters. Don't throw any rope in here because they'll steal it.
Sorry, I don't have any rope.
You have 10 feet left.
I have none.
What's 10 feet?
What is it
Rope.
with us and running out of rope? I mean,
Yeah, and remember, don't light it on fire because they like it.
yes.
And Alvina's gonna start wading through the swamp swords at the ready, just preparing for the inevitable attack of swamp monsters.
Swamp raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Raider.
Plural.
Mm-hmm.
There were multiple last time.
Unless there was.
How about you look in the swamp and see if you can spot any of the little blighters?
Oh, she 100% is. She like rounds the corner, is looking at the oil like dead on, and every.
Is it clear enough?
If it's clear enough, she'll see into it. But
It was heavily obscuring, which is why
Yeah.
they kind of camouflage themselves in with the oil. As you're kind of looking around this immediate area, you don't see anything, although it's really hard to tell. Which direction are you heading, south or east?
I'd say south because it looks shallower here mostly.
Yep, and as you actually
Yeah.
look down here, you can see that the ground kind of picks up again. It looks like to the east is more deeper, and that's where it actually starts getting into the really deep 3 feet territory.
Yeah,
But down here, you can start to see the land rising back up again.
Yeah, should be going this way because it's an easier path for the others mostly.
And as you kind of look down, you can see a bit more, and it kind of comes up into full land again. It looks like this is just a shallow little kind of offshore from the deeper area.
Really, it's where we need to go.
As you start approaching this area, you can start to hear actually a large thunderous roar kind of coming into distance from the east. As you can start to smell almost this faint essence of water in the air.
Oh, is there a waterfall? The fuck was that? Oh no, I know what it was. It's because I had Gwent's picture like in the middle of it.
No.
In the middle of him, if anyone looks at the stream right now, it's like I thought it was like some sort of creature that I scrolled down, it disappeared. Okay. I'm gonna have a glance up the other way just to see if there's anything like immediately there as well.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check this time.
Yeah. $11.
11. You don't see anything. There seems to be a little bit of land, kind of only a foot deep. You can actually kind of see the bottom of it. There's a little island in the center, but you can see deepness all around.
Probably not worth it.
Do you see any smoke or anything from the crash that could?
Maybe.
It's been a full day. Give me either a nature or survival check.
Survival. The only one that there's a 6 difference between these two, so I will take survival. 16.
16. There isn't really much of a trace anymore. Simply because you stayed overnight, so the kind of smoke has billowed away. But you can still, as you're kind of looking around, you can still see a faint kind of chipping off ledges and a tiny bit of smoke still just kind of lingering in the air, not fully dispersed by the light wind that seems to be prevalent on this continent. And it seems to be over in this top right corner.
Yeah, it's over that way still. It still can. There's still smoke in the air, so it can't be too far away.
Oh, can you tell which path we need to take to get there?
But this one, by the look of it, because there's a way around this corner here. Or it looks it as far as we can tell. We can go that way, but I think we should wade through the 3-foot deep oil as a last resort, not as the opening attempt.
Not a bad plan.
Ooh, water.
As you look into this, you can start to see this quite pristine, wonderful, kind of sparkling, more clear water. And as you look deeper in, you actually hear the sound of a waterfall raging from within, and you can start to see that there's a little about maybe 2/3 up the mountain. There's a break. There's a hole into the actual cliffside, and water is spilling out, thundering down into this make pooling at the basin around it at the bottom.
Ooh.
You can feel the fresh water kind of splashing against your face and spraying even from the distance you are.
It's still within my time for speak with animals, so Alvina's gonna go. Are there any fish in there?
They are not, because it is a pond and nobody put fish in it.
I was mainly going if they've got washed out from like underground, essentially. Does happen, weirdly enough. Yeah, there's no fish. Or any other animals living in there. She's gonna basically just talk to any species of animal that would listen. See if there's a response.
Let's see, what sort of nature wildlife would be here? Unfortunately, there's no one present at the moment.
Fair enough. Well, she's gonna look at the water and think, is it drinkable? That's the main one.
With your ability for survival, yeah, this water seems incredibly pristine for the area, especially given the oily muck that you just saw. This looks to be fresh water piling out of this cliffside. And you're not entirely sure how, because these aren't proper mountains. These are piles of rubble. This is somehow being generated from within a pile of rubble.
Alvina's not smart enough to question that. Is she? No. She's gonna just go and there's water here. We can at least restock our canteens and things. There's no one around. It seems. I've tried talking to them.
Is there anywhere safe for us to hide out for the night?
It's midday, isn't it?
It is,
Okay.
yes.
It's a bit early to think rest. I think.
Oh, you say that, but
You have not had a short.
Okay, we can siesta.
Maybe an hour or two to rescue Zormir from his damnation. As you're looking in, you just see this little pile of rubble that looks to have been part of some sort of archway, kind of sticking out, almost like a small island in the center of the pond.
Can I see anything on it from this angle?
What appears to be some sort of excrement, kind of white stains. It looks like birds probably frequently use this as a landing place to drink up and refuel.
Well, that probably means it's drinkable then. Yeah, some sort of birds, I guess, live around here, so the water's probably drinkable.
That's fine, but you want to try and find the airship before someone or something decides that it's theirs.
Oh yeah, we're never going to do that, but I think refill the canteens at least is probably not a bad shout. We never know when we might find fresh water anywhere else.
Well, let's hurry up and do that.
Yeah, Alvina's going to take a drink first before filling her canteen, just in case it turns out to be horrible or anything problematic.
You do so. The water is fresh, sparkling. It's almost got a hint of red arcanite to it.
Hey, she's a big fan of that.
But it is clean and fresh, and yeah.
I don't start choking, so it's good.
I go into my bag and go, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah. Don't ask. Junior did it.
Junior doesn't have a bag that produces red arcanite.
How do you know?
Why?
Have you
Not
asked?
anymore, he doesn't.
I know you've been using that as your flavoring.
Yeah. I'm not the only person in the world that has red arcanite, you know.
Yes, here.
How do you know Junior didn't have it as well then?
Junior's not got anywhere near my damn bag.
Yes, he did.
When are you saying Junior?
You said you were trapped with him.
He was trapped in a cell. I was trapped in a cell. I got out first.
He could turn into mist. You sure he didn't just let himself be let out by you to give him your self-trust? She's
Why
totally,
would-
for reference, by the way, she's totally talking out her ass, but she's utter confidence.
If he could have escaped, he would have escaped instantly and wouldn't have even bothered to stick around. Do you think he's going to stick around with me? You saw how he reacted when I was in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before you were in a cell.
Yeah, comes with it's all of us as well.
Oh, trust me, it was hard enough to try and get him to cooperate when I was with him by myself.
Yeah, maybe wanted a meat shield.
Anyway, please
Yeah,
don't tip your damn your red arcanite in my bag again. And I'm gonna thing it back into a sort of as much into a pile of something, or have a pouch or something I can put the stamps in.
No, if I did, I'd have put it in that.
What do I have in my bag?
I don't need to get into all the food supplies and magical equipment that are in my bag. Yeah, I'm gonna basically any like water skins and things that we have, I'm gonna refill here.
And giving you my water skin whilst I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm
Yeah.
gonna do with the dust.
Yeah.
Does anyone have
couple
a
of-
handkerchief or something I can put this in?
Sorry, no.
You can eat it.
Oh, thanks. Considering what I've been told, this is kind of useful. It might be extremely valuable in bartering. You're carrying literal.
You're literally eating money, is what you could be saying.
Yes, you're literally eating the most valuable substance in this version of Alterra.
Sweet.
I've got some clothes we can, if you want, you can rip a little bit off to make a little pouch.
That would be most useful, thank you. I mean, it's
So is it not just like sand and just sticks to everything then?
I assume. So.
Gets everywhere.
I just assume just like
Awesome.
glitter, just everywhere you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. You know that when you get those like fizzy strawberry lancers, like that kind of stuff. I imagine it like that. Like very sticky sugar.
It's pixie sticks,
Kinda, yeah.
but very fiery pixie sticks.
Fire pixie sticks.
Cinnamon
Demon
pixie
sticks.
Yep. And I'll try to make scrape enough of it together in this little pouch, and
Yeah, there was a lot. It's a full meal's worth.
and
That got dumped into your bag.
yeah, give it to Gwent, considering it's her there or stuff. I mean, this is extremely valuable, and you've done a fair bit to help us. And I mean, I wouldn't I wouldn't fault you for leaving us now, or if you want to stick around, that may become as a fair and adequate payment to join us.
It tastes fantastic. There was some in that ramen you ate.
I'll stay just because I've got nowhere else to go. I'm kind of trying to keep it low key though, so maybe not, breaking through every door if we can.
Only the valuable ones.
I will, but I can't promise for this one, pointing at Alvina.
She's whistling very happily to herself as she's filling up all the water skins.
She does tend to do what she pleases. I mean, I was an investigator and would solve crimes and problems in my local area and beyond sometimes. I mean, I travelled a fair bit, so I have encountered quite a few things, but none like visibly groans. She's quite rambunctious, putting it mildly, and but is very handy in the fight.
Yep.
That bit I will agree with. She does seem tough.
Who does know a lot of weird things, so has a strange arcane knowledge, but so
He's in some cult, weren't you?
yes. Were you in some cult? I've yet to figure out what kind of cult you were in, but I forgive it for all the knowledge you've brought to the table.
I read books as a kid.
Cult books?
Spooky books.
I was told by my father they were forbidden books,
Ah, the best kind.
but I read them anyway when I wasn't
yeah.
looking.
And fuck you is
Immortal.
yes.
He's immortal.
Yep.
Well,
Why he looks like that?
I mean, that's the price of immortality.
For some reason, he just tries to kill him, and there's nothing been able to kill him yet. But
Okay, I believe the second part more than the first part because I can actually believe people have tried to kill him. They may have failed, but
Immortality.
fuck you. Has anything tried to kill you yet? I mean, you're very good at hiding who you are sometimes.
You're gonna say Alvina.
Yeah. Alvina's done the most damage to me recently.
Sorry about that. It was trying to not let us fall to our deaths.
Well, I suppose. But someone's actually hurt you for a change.
Yeah, I had to get a bit of momentum to not have us crash into those fiery spikes. Unfortunately, I think I kicked fuck you in the head. But we did live. So.
Hence the immortality part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not many people have survived a kick in the head by Alvina.
But he is a very useful goblin, and I can't fault his skills. I mean, he's literally walked up to Junior when we first ended up here. When the rest of us were all getting savaged by wolves.
Yeah, vampires.
Yeah, and then he turned into a giant gorilla.
Yeah, nonchalantly walked up to him.
I mean, there's not many people you can say will literally just walk up to their enemy, not have their enemy actually really recognize them.
I'd say more from that story, but I was unconscious.
Is it impressive if you're immortal?
You got offered a promotion.
If you can't die, is it impressive to take chances like that?
I mean, yeah, just because you're immortal, you can still be dismembered, right?
Can you be dismembered?
Probably.
I mean, people have tried.
See? Not. Haven't succeeded.
They just need to use more force.
Or the right tool.
Javelin is going to wash out the
So is-
injury she's got as well in the water.
Was there
Her
anything
shoulder.
you can
Yeah,
te-
the shoulder blender.
Yeah, you don't want to get that infected.
was there anything they can tell us about yourself?
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe when we're somewhere safer.
Yeah.
Not so out in the open.
Open.
It doesn't seem to be the best time.
Yeah. I finished all the water skins, so we can head off again.
Okay. Shall we head through the oil again?
We could either head through the oil or we could bank on going down, because there does appear to be a turn down there.
I mean,
If it
surely
turns
the oil
around.
is closer.
The oil is closer.
But deeper.
It is a lot
But if you
deeper.
said it was from that
potentially more
direction-
dangerous.
How high are these walls here?
Like 500 feet up.
How long we got?
They're incredibly difficult to climb. You're making a bunch of checks and risking falling.
And we don't have rope to spare to.
We
Actually-
We have 10
some-
feet.
Main thing is we have a lot of pittons, which would help.
I've still got 50 foot of rope.
Yeah, we have 60 feet of rope.
No, because every pack has them. We've just used 2 of them completely, essentially. One's missing in the oil slick at the start,
I have
which is
7
mine.
left.
You have 7 left, and you've only got 10 feet, and then we've got like another 100 feet. All we need to do is like winch up the centaur and use pittons and things for the rest.
Okay, there's 2 people that's winching the centaur up.
I mean, me and Zome can probably manage it.
That's what I'm saying. There's 2 people winching Gwen up.
Zome could build like an actual winch, and I could probably pull him up on my own. Or do you want to try testing with the oil?
I would say the oil before I get winched.
Okay. Yeah, that or we could swim up the waterfall.
If you got A, swimming speed, and B, one hell of a swimming speed.
I've seen a
As are
werewolf.
you
do
a
it.
Waterfall.
I
Are
saw
you
a
a
werewolf do
part-time
it.
salmon?
I saw a werewolf do it this one time. It was really cool.
I'll tell you what, when you guys are either salmon or werewolves, we'll talk.
We'll talk waterfalls.
Yeah. I mean,
So what the party like to do?
don't have any spell slots, and I can't even trade it out for be able to give us swimming speeds or anything like that.
I've not got anything that would do that, I don't think.
Nope. Nothing like that.
I
Thing
suppo-
is, all the ways we can go are potentially dangerous.
But there's either the super long way, which we scale the wall, we go down, which takes the actual long route, but is either the safest.
we don't
or-
even know if it goes to where we want to go.
Or we take
Yes.
the really short route, which might work, but is definitely got oil monsters in.
I mean, the only other option we have is ask Drax to float over there and see what's up there, but then that's gonna cost us some knowledge or information.
I've got another idea, actually.
Yes, that's true. I don't work for free.
I've got another idea, actually. Give me a second. I'll just see what else is around here, and I'll just point out to the water. I'm just going to
it's like
stretch a little bit and then dive into the water.
underwater
It's
caves.
not quite that deep. It starts at like 5, goes to 10, and
Ow!
at most you're
Broken
getting like
wrists.
28 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
But you do find, after some time of just exploring, that there's a piece of purple fabric attached, kind of hooked on to a slight outcropping in this little archway that's kind of been floating out of line of sight until you explore the area. See, there's always stuff to be discovered.
Yep. I love exploration. I'm gonna grab it and swim back, if provided nothing tries to eat me when I grab it.
Giant
Nothing
catfish! Giant
tried to-
catfish!
Don't you start on my own monsters.
No, it's hilarious because the swamp raiders hate fresh water, so they never come here. And a lot of the people that do use this location are roaming and traveling and only stop in, and you didn't roll low enough for them or high enough for them.
Mhm.
Because it could either be a positive or a good thing, depending on your diplomacy skills.
I mean, I was very diplomatic with that giant construct ant nest.
That is true.
But yeah, you retrieve what appears to be a medium-sized, deep purple tunic.
Ooh.
Kind of spreading it out
Just
as it's kind of got a mix of like a centerpiece tunic with a little bit of like cloth shoulder frills.
Just
But,
because just because you had diplomacy and persuasion on your blades doesn't mean they are.
Kind of sprawling it out in front of your party, there's actually wording written in. It's kind of like a broken common. It's understandable, but it definitely seems to be more of a dialect of common that you're unfamiliar with.
Okay.
Readable, but there's definitely some like weird accents and stuff. That it reads Nothic kills. And underneath it, kind of sold into the leather, are little symbols of what appear to be eyes. And I didn't actually decide how many he got. One second. Let's see how many kills he got. There are 16
Yeah!
small eyes sewn in underneath this Gothic kills banner on the chest, with just 16 eyes sold not particularly well, but decent enough into the tunic.
I like whoever owned this shit. As she's wringing out her massive amount of hair, I guess.
Yeah, you found somebody's discarded or lost tunic.
Yeah, it's like a robot eyes.
Is it magic?
No, it wouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna just put it in the bag then, I guess.
Shall we?
You didn't happen to see any like, underwater caves while you were down there, did you, Alvina?
I assumed I would have been told if I did, so no.
You did not. It appears the water is kind of just soaking into the actual rubble and into the soil itself.
Yeah, didn't see anything. It's just a nice pool. Got a good bath though.
Okay.
Get some of that oil off that I'm gonna get covered in again.
Make my way through the oil.
You're gonna let Zormir take the lead on this one after last time I took the lead and nearly got killed for it.
It's like, you go first.
Shield out in front of me.
Yep. And if
Just,
Zormir doesn't get eaten, then I'll immediately run.
As you step out into the oil, nothing happens. Nothing apart from you kind of thingying through oil, wading through it. It's kind of clinging to your feet and the bottom of your trousers.
My armor.
Armored.
Yeah.
You have trousers underneath your armor.
Yeah, but the
You're
armor.
not just wearing metal.
The armor kind of becomes a suit.
Oh yeah, he's like an
Personally.
Iron Man suit. This is like an Iron Man suit. It's actually
Oh yeah,
completely
fair
sealed in.
enough. I'm clinging to your armor then.
Yeah.
You and your weird, completely sealed armor.
Dun, 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 dun.
You're Robocop.
Pretty much, actually. He's actually Robocop. Yep. So Alvina's going to power in next, I guess.
Suppose I'm holding the revolver in my hand. So now.
Yeah, because you've got the shield up, don't you?
You continue going forward. Nothing happens. What would you like to do?
Just keep on going
Move
forward.
faster.
So-
Move faster,
I can't move as fast as you
bitch.
insanely.
I need you all to roll me perception checks as you paranoidally look around. Where are they? Where are they going to come out at you?
10.
Guidance for me.
I don't think you needed it, honestly, but
Yeah, I'll still take it, you know.
26 from Gwen. Oh,
Ooh,
it's only
damn.
with
Oh,
natural 20.
damn.
And still not the highest roll because of guidance.
Zormir and Gwent, as you move about, keeping your eyes peeled, being the only ones to have made the DC, you notice a slight ripple in the water, or in the oil. This is even water. A slight ripple as there's something about you, something surrounding you. They're trying to ambush you, but you successfully identified them. They do not ambush you this day.
Okay.
As 1 second, it didn't click the way I wanted it to click. As rising from the oil
Do it.
are a dozen swamp raiders. Swords at the
worrying.
ready. A few of the ones at the back with crossbows.
Horrifying when you say a dozen and I only see 8. That's the terrifying bit.
There's a couple close together.
It means somewhere there's 4 more.
As you have successfully avoided an ambush, and they do not get a surprise round on you. For those of you that can be surprised, because I'm sure 1 or 2 of you have alert,
Yep.
no doubt.
I'm a barbarian, so.
No, that's right. As it doesn't look like they're here to negotiate. It looks like they're charging at you, squabbling in their raider swamp language. As that is where we're going to end for tonight. We're already at half 9.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see the smoke kind of rising from the cliffside. You're so close. You can see what appears to be a mountainous area. Parts of the cliff tops broken down. You can actually see little. Is that the shine of part of the ship on top of this mountain broken off? Yes, this is it. The ship is just over there, just beyond this mountain range. You can feel it. But will you survive? Who knows? Tune in next week to find out. Or at some point, I don't know.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, Alvina sees the ship.
For the
clear as
stream,
day.
it's next week.
For people watching the VODs in the future, it's next week.
Well,
Or potentially in the next couple of minutes.
Also, yes.
Well, treat yourself. Use the bathroom first.
Yeah.
But there you go. That is today's session. Escape from Death Tower.
We did.
woohoo!
Junior has managed to
Yes.
get away, but that's fair enough. He worked hard for that in his paranoia.
And I also scared the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
And his head smells like
we
garlic.
did.
You managed to avoid a
did that.
fight with Cross and Bones and their metallic beholder. You have a new companion, Drax, following you, where you'll actually get to use him as a companion next week in the combat.
Yeah.
His ability is essentially a souped-up bardic inspiration.
Oh fuck yeah.
He gets to add a D10 to attacks, ability checks, or saves as he coaches you through your intellectual problem.
I mean, that's not a nice thing to say about Alvina that she has.
You should hear
Just a bit
better.
But Drax is a support NPC. He will not be doing any of the fighting himself. He will run away if you die. Well, he will
He's
just
just gonna be
fly
going,
away
He-
if you die.
he's
You
just
can
like
do
floating.
it.
He's just flying above us like a support helicopter.
Yeah, the downdraft helps us.
Oh,
Yeah, they can't-
shoot them in the nice swim bladder there.
So yes, once per round on your support round, you'll be able to add a D10 to someone.
Awesome.
Okay.
And what was it? It was saving throws, attacks, and the other thing.
Ability checks or tool
checks.
checks.
Okay.
Actually, should be for saves. It should just be for attacks and abilities. Because the idea is that he's correcting your form with his intellect.
That's fair.
So it'll just be for attacks and ability checks.
He can't tell you dodge that way.
Yeah, at that point, it's a
he's
hindsight.
not
you
a
already been hit.
precog.
He could end
But he
up.
can't direct you to like, oh, hit this guy's weakness. I can see it just there. Or
So
you're using
he's
that
not
tool wrong.
doing like the Piccolo dodge.
Dodge!
Because if he tells you to dodge, you might go, what? And get hit.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I guess that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was awesome. Dude.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, hope you guys had fun. That was a very heavy exploration and roleplay session.
Yeah.
Whereas most
which
of the
was
time,
nice.
fuck you was just like stroking his fire key
Yeah, in a creepy way.
in a creepy way, just rubbing up and along the shaft of it.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah,
to remove.
He was doing that while he was on Gwent.
Yeah.
I just stroking his key.
Stroking a key.
Goblin was stroking his
And he
key.
had his back towards Gwent.
It's
Sure.
back to back, so it's slightly better.
Shall we wrap this one up then?
Yeah, I think we should laugh.
Yes, thank you all for tuning in. I've been Chris, your DM. These have been my fantastic players. This has been another episode of Alterra, the Shattered Alt Sphere. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.